What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I hope all of you are doing well. It's been a while, and I hope everybody is doing well. I hope life has been treating you okay. We've been experiencing a very crazy time in history. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Everything's getting canceled. You know, cancel culture is back. Like, how long can cancel culture last? I mean, eventually, like, once you cancel everything, then what, right? So we'll get to that. But I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man, and I want to thank you for being here because you could be anywhere in the world, and the fact that you're in the den this evening means a whole lot. And I know I haven't been denly this week. I haven't been in the sauce either. There's been a couple things going on. And like I said, we'll talk about it. I owe y'all some sauce, so the least I can do is tentatively, let's say we're gonna have a Sunday night confession, okay? And then, but other than that, man, like I said, I do feel like this is the best conversation on the internet because of you wonderful people. And it is a privilege, it is an honor, it is a pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every evening. Well, usually each and every evening, not so much this week. And forgive me if I'm talking crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of it. It's the reason why, for the most part, I've been putting a lot of work early, and by the time like evening time comes around, like I'm like exhausted. Like you see, I'm darker and everything. So, yeah, I should have just surprise stream, right? Yeah, that's definitely. But see, you gotta understand, with goddamn American Heidi, it means I'm a fucking fat ass, so I get tired. But yeah, so again, it's good to see y'all. It really is, man. It really is. You know, it's a weird thing. The days that I don't stream, like there's like an absence there. But anyway, let's see who's joining us, man. Let's get into it. Let's say hi to everybody we can except for Heidi, just because. What's the motherfucking deal? Dakota got jumped off. Coach of the Dawn of the Discord. Make sure y'all in the Discord. The Discord is a big, huge part of the den. If you're not a part of that, well, you're missing out on a big chunk of it. So make sure you're a part of that. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? John, my favorite New Yorker, what's the motherfucking deal? Strong and Grand, aka Dan, the motherfucking man, what's the motherfucking deal? Broderick's, Project, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna let you make it since you're recently coming off for anniversary. I'm gonna let the good time roll. Shout out to Project. Let me see. 17. What are we 17? What's the motherfucking deal, baby? What's going down? Let's see. Let me see. Miss Bell, hope all is well. What's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. Hello, Heidi. I accidentally said it. I didn't intend to, but here we are. Marie Lovely, the lovely Miss Marie, what's the motherfucking deal? Man Things, what's going on, man? What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Man Things. Broderick, you're a racist, sir. I'm just the racist. I can't believe it. Danny, what's the motherfucking deal? Terrible people. I definitely do miss y'all. Because this sense of humor you get nowhere else. Let me see. Keep it real time, Riley. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Kenneth Cologne, honorable mention. Kenneth, what's the motherfucking deal? Glad you could join us. Let me make sure I ain't missed anybody. If I missed you, I ain't dissed you. Unless you're Calhoun, I definitely dissed you. But outside of that, so much shit is taking place since, what the fuck? So much shit has taken place since we last talked. Like, there's really, like, there's so much shit that's happening. We can talk about cancel culture. I don't think Rashad Brooks thing had even happened yet. I mean, you got the cops in Atlanta basically, like, quitting, saying fuck it, they're not answering calls, which should be a whole interesting thing. You got the Chaz Chop situation going on. Shit, what else? We got so much fucking shit has been happening since the last time we really had a den. And I honestly don't know where the fuck to start. You talk about Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben getting canceled. Let me be honest with you, man. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I really don't. The only thing about Aunt Jemima, she looked like my fucking Aunt Regina, right? She did. I don't know, I haven't seen Aunt Regina like probably fucking 20 years maybe. Close to that, so she probably does know. She might look like old Aunt Jemima now. But you know, it is what it is. Like, I get it. I get, like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm tired of bullshit. Like, everything is something, right? Like, it's like, I don't know. Maybe any other time in life I'd give a shit. Like, I almost don't care. I don't care either way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for the people that, like, say, like the statue thing, right? People mad about the statues. I get it. People are having it coming down. I get it. I don't even give a shit either way. Like, at this point, I'm never gonna go see that fucking statue. I don't give a fuck, right? Like, I really don't. Like, honestly, these last few days, even before that, like, I've had some time to just start putting more things in perspective.
Who controls the past
And
controls the future. Who
man.
controls the present controls the past.
Shout
George
out to
Orwell.
Man. Appreciate the love. I want to make sure. Did the sound off? Were y'all able to hear? Let me fix that, since I actually went back and tried to go back to the old screen I had. I guess I didn't set everything. Probably put it like that. Appreciate the love, Dan Man. Shout out to Dan Strong. Right? And so I'm just like, at this point, like, I'm just looking at everything like, there's an advantage here for those who are willing to take it. And, you know, it just kind of is what it is. I don't want to get into all that. I actually do want to talk about the things that have happened. But it's just like, so much shit has happened. It's just like, can I get out? When is Juneteenth coming up? Let me take this out. Let me actually celebrate Juneteenth. Let me just take a holiday from all the bullshit, right? Trump is hilarious. He said he made Juneteenth famous. And people are mad about that, right? But it's kind of true. Because the majority of niggas ain't know what the fuck Juneteenth was. The majority of people don't know what the fuck Juneteenth was. So, some niggas do. Some niggas celebrate Juneteenth in style, if you will. But a lot of motherfuckers have no idea what's going on. So, it's like, everything that's happening right now, I look at it and I'm just like, how much of this has really changed my day to day? I haven't been involved in any rioting. I don't got the Rona. For the most part, fortunately, nobody I know, I don't think has had it or has it. I mean, for the most part, everything is, I guess I'm extremely fortunate, because for the most part, everything's pretty much the same, right? But I know it's not like that everywhere, and I know it seems like that. I know people talking about the numbers right and everything, like, even with that, right? You know, like the mask, no mask crowd. Like, I get both sides. I get it. I don't give a shit. I'm personally, like, I'm like this. Like, does it contribute like a minute bit of helpfulness? Like, I saw that from whoever posted. I think somebody posted the video in the group. That was the video, like, that showed like what the masks do to coughing and like to the little whatever super X-ray shit and how you're breathing and how fucking the air fucking circulates. Like, right now I'm breathing, this fucking shit's going all over the place like dragon smoke. And like, I get it. The little mask does a little something. You wear a cloth mask does a little bit more, and all those things. Like, so that's like a help. I get it. I'm not against it. If you want to wear a mask, wear a fucking mask. I don't care. I have some, because some places like, oh, you gotta wear a mask to get in. But like, half the time I forget it, and I don't think about it. Like, I don't think about it until like I'm like in a store and I see other people. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't put a mask on. Oh well. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. I don't hate the people who are anti-mask. I don't love it. Like right now, I feel like I'm just observing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't even feel like I'm a part of all the nonsense that's going on. It's just like the world around me is going to shit. They tried to cancel J. Cole, right? They fucking tried to cancel J. Cole. Why? And so it's just like, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, honestly, you know what? I think the niggas have got too angry. You know what I'm saying? I think niggas have gotten too angry. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and mad at everything. They're mad at the white people, mad at the government, mad at the country, mad at fucking each other, mad. It's like, the fucking chick says some things, and I don't even know who she is. So honestly, like, whatever this controversy with J. Cole is, like, honestly brought her to light, I guess, or actually made a name for her. So to be thankful that you can get your message out to other people. But like, people fucking. The dude talked about how smart she was, how intelligent she is, and how she's studied this whole stuff, and all this stuff. And he's just like, hey, maybe if you take this angle with it, you can reach out to more people. You get you get more flies with plenty of the vinegar or some shit, or bees, I don't know, whatever, fucking flying bug bullshit. It's like people got mad. He's misogynistic. He's fucking. Look at him. He's intellectual labor. Like, shut the fuck. Like, I hate. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I love intelligent people. I do. I love intelligent people, but like, I think I hate intellectuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it bothers me. Like, there comes a point where you like get too smart for your own good. Like, we're worried about certain things that honestly have no merit in society. Like, they will not benefit us in the long run at all, but for some reason we have to dedicate energy and attention to it. And if we don't address it, somebody's offended. Like, man, fuck people. Like, you should be offended. Like, even like with this thing right here about people want to make racism illegal. That's the stupidest shit in the world, man, right? Like, why? I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. Like, racism should be illegal. Why? It should be allowed, and like these people who are blatantly out and open with their feelings and their views and whatever. That's cool. Because then, guess what? You get to enjoy when they get canceled. You brought it back to the cancel thing, right? But like, I don't think anybody should hide their feelings about shit. Like, I don't think you should have to. And I think that's the problem. We're not having these fucking conversations. Everybody's hiding from some fucking conversation that needs to be had. Like, and that's the fucking problem with this country. We're talking about the PC shit. We're talking about the media. We're talking about social fucking media. And how we're like, I don't know, man, we're like all these fucking stupid ass echo chambers, and nobody fucking wants to hear anybody else. You can find a group of people that will tell you you're right about everything if you look hard enough for it. And so we get into these fucking groups, we get into these fucking things, and the moment that someone steps out of that, whether it doesn't matter what you believe in, it's millions of groups, it's like everybody. And the moment you step out of that fucking group and you step into reality and somebody disagrees with it, it's not fucking everybody's a fucking snowflake, everybody's a fucking pansy, I don't know. And everybody's crying, in one form or fashion. Somebody's crying about something. And I'm just like, like I said, I've taken the time to really, does it? It sounds like I'm back in the garage. Really? No, it just shouldn't be. Absolutely not. But it's like, maybe it's because the way I actually moved the mic a little ways away from me, so that might impacted, and so I'm trying some different things. So let me see. Let me put this here. But like I say, so let me know if that sounds better. So my thing is just like this, it's like, and once we get out there, everybody starts complaining. Like, and it's cool, like, have your opinions. Everybody's like, be entitled to their fucking opinions. Like, I get it. But it's to the point where now nobody's really trying to resolve anything. Nobody's trying to fucking hear anybody else. And that's what makes the den cool, because again, like I say, different opinions, no matter what you believe, like, everybody has a voice in the den. Whether you disagree, you could be the sole person against, 15, 20, 30 other people, but your voice is welcome. Where's Misty? I'm just thinking about that randomly. Anyway, you can just, that's the den. And so I'm just like, man, I don't know, man. I'm just, my state of mind as of late, it's just like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, I can't comprehend. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe just people. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. But I'm just in this place right now where, like, where the world, it's just like everything is just. It's kind of funny, I guess. It's just I have nothing else to do but laugh, because it's just everything is fucking crazy. Like, none of this shit makes any sense. Like, 2020 is like probably what the year 2000 thought it was, what people thought the year 2000 was going to be, right? Like, that's what I feel like 2020 is. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all fucking batshit crazy. I'm thirsty as shit. Pardon me. Right. Sorry about that. So, you're probably a fucking hunter. I hate you in a minute. Let's actually talk about some of the shit that happened, and then we'll open up to a lot of it. I've been rambling and ranting just about craziness and bullshit that has been taking place. Shit. Was it Rayshard Brooks? No, this was the guy. That was a crazy one, man. But again, you fight with the police, you fucking pull a taser. We can talk about a lot of other things. It's crazy. They actually still, those guys got charged, didn't they? So I find that interesting. Like, ultimately, like I say, after going back, kind of seeing some stuff, like, initially I was just like, again, you point a taser, and they were talking about, well, it was already fired. Like, I don't think in the moment, like, the cop is thinking about, that's the fire taser. Like, he don't know which, I don't think he knows what tasers grab. He just sees the shit. But you're like, well, he shot him in the back and things like that. Like, it could, yeah, it just, I mean, look, man, it's a fucked up situation. Honestly, the dude should have been, in jail or whatever, but that situation is a situation that got escalated and, ended up the way it did. I'm not justifying it. But I don't know. They hit him with homicide charges on that one. I'm not sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's just like, you're in a situation where you kind of, you option. Would you have liked to see it end differently? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to see anybody just, I don't know, depends on who you are, but I don't think most people just want to see anybody get knocked off for something so stupid. But, again, you fight with the police, you escalate the situation, and you take the cop's weapon. It's a wrap. Like, I think that, like I said, the big mistake was when you turn and you pointed at him, and it's like, oh, done deal, buddy. So that's fucking crazy. That's really fucking crazy. That's that. Something else happened. What else were we talking about? Oh, Ed's mama got canceled. Uncle Ben got canceled. Everybody's woke now, right? everybody's woke now. Everybody's fucking donating money to Black Lives Matter. Everybody's doing all this shit, and you know it's beautiful because absolutely nothing's gonna come from all this shit. You're gonna get Breonna's law, and you're gonna get a couple of cops get charged. And, we'll see what happens with that. Don't be surprised. If nothing happens with that, it is what it is. But then you have these folks all over the country. You get a lot of folks who lost businesses. You get one mainly because of the corona, but you can talk about the other activities that people incited. And so it's just like we're in this spot, dog. Like it's just like, man, I feel bad for the small business owner, right? We can say whatever we want to about corporations. They're going to survive. Who gives a fuck? I mean, like they've only gotten stronger now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's all kind of craziness and tomfoolery taking place. But yeah, what was it? Aunt Jemima and fucking Uncle Ben. Like I said, everybody's getting woke. Everybody's like supporting all this shit. I guess it's cool, whatever. I think the people who are getting attention in this movement are the people who shouldn't be. Like, again, like I'm not saying I support the movement, but also it's because it's that a movement like that doesn't support me. Like that's people like me, gentlemen probably like Professor Trill, Dan, I'm saying prepaid, black gentlemen like that. These movements are not made for us. Dakota. I would say Broderick, but I think Broderick low key donates to Black Lives Matter. He may not say it here, but I think I saw his name on a donor list somewhere. I was reading some stuff, and it looked like But you look like a rice-a-roni nigga anyway, Professor Trill. But my thing is just like those movements aren't meant for us. They're not meant for men. They're not meant for the family. And these are the people that are at the forefront. So it's like this is where you have this divide, and I think it's like kind of like the new black, the new woke black, I guess. You have niggas, you have the woke black, you have like the old kind of traditional minded blacks, and it's like I don't think it, I used to think it was just divide, it was like just niggas and black people, but no, these new woke blacks, like they're super woke. They're like taking it way too far for everything. I'm not saying they're the ones responsible for Uncle Ben and Jemima. As soon as I saw Aunt Jemima go down, I knew Uncle Ben was next. Like that motherfucker was just like pull a plug, like you knew it was gonna happen. But like these woke blacks like want to be upset about every motherfucking thing, like where I think you got regular niggas is like, okay, look, yeah, some shit that's fucked up. It's some shit we can get resolved and we can improve on, but like the rest of this, we gonna handle this. But it's like the super new woke black want everything to be like just we want to trade places or some shit. Like we just everybody we need to be on some Eddie Murphy shit or whatever. Like it's just like, man, it's just like what the fuck, man. It's like these motherfuckers just want to flip the script. Like it ain't gonna work like that. Like nothing. Like, and I can go on a whole other fucking tangent about this, and it's probably YouTube's not the place for it. I don't know. I'm gonna hop on the damn Discord tonight, but it's just like I say, it's just so much goofy shit's going on. I know I'm missing some things too. So it's like it's. I don't even know. But like I said, Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, something else. What else was I talking about? There's some cancellations. There was we talked about the J. Cole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the super new woke blacks. Like that's the point of what I'm talking about. Like I'm not saying J. Cole. He's talking about I'm not that educated. I'm not that smart. People think I am. I'm an average IQ dude. Hey, enlighten me, point me in the right direction. No, go read for your fuckers. Like you want people to believe in what the fuck you want to believe in, but then you just expect them to fight that. It's like this. I don't know, man. Like anyway, I don't really care about that. Like I'm not big on like being on these groups and movements and things, but I'm just sitting there and observing, like trying to just, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to get? Like, what is the likelihood of this happening? And it just don't look, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. It's like, even with all these fucking companies who are just like all of a sudden out of the woodworks, like good PR. I mean, I guess the cancel culture. Did like the cancel culture create that? Like, are companies at this point like afraid that? Well, fuck it, we gotta say something now. If we don't say something now, and now the company's throwing, we gotta throw some money at it now. We won't be a woke company. It's bad for our brand. And, so it's like now you're getting this fake ass support. Like, is it really fucking worth it? And so to me, I'm just like sitting there looking like, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna get out of it. Maybe it means something to somebody. You got athletes kneeling who've never kneeled before, because now they understand. It's all crazy to me, right? Like, and I'm just sitting here like, this has to be fucking bizarre world. But in the meantime, like I said, lots of advantages available if you're looking for those. So keep your eyes open, people. I've been rambling for a long time, talking about a lot of shit. There's some other stuff on my mind, and it's going to come to me. But I want to make sure we got time to get folks in on the line. And then, like I say, later on we'll jump in the I'll jump in the Discord for a little bit. I still got to get back up early tomorrow. But I know I felt like I've been neglecting on last 2 nights. Like, I came in, like fucking looked at me, laid down for just a second, give me like a little hour nap before the den. I think I woke up at like 1 in the morning yesterday, and then fucking the other day I forgot what time it was. But it's just like, man, it's terrible. Bad Bougie, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you, man? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you this evening? Mike Rock, what's the motherfucking deal? Roland Martin. You know, I have a saying that I have a hard time trusting people with 2 first names. You can take it how you want to. You know, if you're offended by it, hit dog holler. You just got to watch them. Again, you know, it's a generalization. Not all people with 2 first names are bad, but most of them are kind of sketchy individuals. I'm gonna be honest about that. Let's get it cracking. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Dan.
Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. What's going on, Dan? How you feeling this evening, sir?
Man, I'm the same way you are right now, bro. I'm done with it. I'm already done.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an odd. I don't know why. I don't know if it's numb. I don't know if it's just like don't care. I don't know what it is at this point. It's just, I don't know. It's tuned out again. I don't know. I mean, how would you describe it personally?
It's a constant inundation of totally unimportant stuff mixed in with stuff that is tragic and serious. On top of some that are already tragic that happened a few months ago that's still affecting us now. It's just been one wave after wave after wave of bullshit. It's like I almost drowned one day a few years ago. I was drunk trying to swim in the ocean. Like I said, I was drunk. Mm-hmm. And when I was fighting myself back to shore, I remember just like I get a little bit of air and then a big-ass wave would come right over my head again. I'd have to hold my breath. Then I'd get a little bit of air, then a big-ass wave would crash over my head again. Obviously, I survived. That's why I'm here. No shit. But that's how it feels like in a mental sense. Just you get a little breather just when the current things start letting up a little bit. All of a sudden, we have the protest. Then the protests turn into riots. Yeah. And you know, I'm tired.
I mean, do you? I mean, what do you expect to happen? Do you think that it ends? Do you think that do you expect more stuff to happen? Like, are you like almost preparing mentally for something else to happen? I mean, like, how do you feel that this year? I don't even know what to call it, because like you said, so much shit. I don't know what thing to focus on mainly, but like, what do you think this year ends? Well, how do you think how do you think we're looking? Is it worse off, or are we better off?
It matters what happens in November. And you know what that is. I mean, well, you know, because I say if Biden or whoever the candidate is for the Democratic Party, which it should be Biden and whoever he's going to be as VP, if they end up winning, then it's going to be very interesting. But if Trump wins, it's going to be more inundation of, you know, constant attacks, you know. And is Trump the best president, God, emperor, wear your MAGA hat everywhere you go, even when you're taking a shit? No, I don't believe in all that. But I believe he has more of my interest in mind than Biden would, you know. And on this cancellation stuff, now some stuff now, okay, on Jemima, I mean, I think it's silly, but I guess I understand some people are offended by a bottle of syrup. Sure. With the whole thing with Gone with the Wind, the HBO Max pulled it from the streaming services, and I thought it was a little silly because I understand the role of I guess Mammy. I forgot her name in the movie. Hattie McDaniel. She's the first African American black person to win an Oscar.
Correct.
You know, so shout out to her for that. And a lot of places she couldn't show up because of her skin color. I still honor her to honor her role, but people are like, well, look, I'm sorry for Hattie McDaniel, but we can't do that movie no more. I'm like, so you're rewriting history or just outright getting rid of stuff? That's a dangerous slope to be on. Because there's a bunch of TV shows, like there's a British TV show called Fawlty Towers, giving episodes where it might have offended somebody. Episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They get rid of that because I think it said N-word and shit.
What?
It's just silly. Like,
hey, no. Are you serious?
I heard about that. I heard some about an episode or two. Man. That shit was funny though, man.
Yeah, that Always Sunny is greatness. Underappreciated.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. and they were writing that, and that's why I tipped earlier. He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. It's about controlling the narrative. You're rewriting the past, deleting things you don't like, and deleting things that have you looking in a bad light, so that you can make the future the way you decide. Because if the generations growing up are born in all this open borders and trans woman or woman, Islam is religion of peace, and things like that, they're gonna believe that shit without questioning anything. You have to question these things, and that's my issue with the left. And I used to be a Democrat. I wouldn't say Democrat, but I used to be more liberal. But I noticed they started doing things I didn't agree with, and when I would disagree with these things, like what's wrong with you? How dare you do that? And one of the things now, it's this whole trans thing. Because, like I mentioned earlier, because apparently on Twitter, which is the real world for some people, being a trans woman is the same thing as being a woman. Even though these people can't have children, they can't menstruate, don't have ovaries, things like that. You can chop up a dick any way you want to. It's not going to be a vagina. You need to get that through your heads. That's basic science. But that's just real shit, you know what I'm saying? But J.K. Rowling, who is a staunch feminist, the writer of Harry Potter novels,
yes.
She used to be like on the side of all these trans people, and people were telling her years ago they are going to turn on you when they get the control of the narrative. And you can look now and see J.K. Rowling is canceled. She's a transphobe. There's new phobes for everything. Everyone's a phobe now. And then they shame you on social media and all this other goofy shit. If that's that important to you, then you need to be careful, because if that stuff offends you with some dickhead types, then I don't know how you survive in the real world.
Yeah.
It's like that video of that young black man I saw who was offended his friend didn't put hashtag Black Lives Matter when she was tweeting something about, banana pancakes. She didn't put Black Lives Matter, and he started tearing up. This is on CBS News. I mentioned this before. And I saw this young black man. I saw, this nigga's weak. This is a weak-ass dude sitting there crying about some little white broad talking about some pancakes, but she didn't pay attention to his cause. This is the problem. Everyone thinks they're the center of attention. No one gives a fuck about you, okay? I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry.
That's crazy, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's funny because it makes me think about, like, the fact that somebody's like rappers who talk about, they didn't retweet that my mixtape drop, and they get mad and they get into beefs over that. I'm just thinking like how stupid a lot of this shit is, like because somebody didn't Black Lives Matter some bananas or some pancakes or some shit or whatever. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, man? That's I don't know. I guess that means something. I mean, I guess the children maybe or the youth, those things mean more. I guess it's more deeply ingrained in their life, so it has more value or something.
See, you have to determine the value of your own life, and hopefully people reflect that. The fact that we need I say fact now because just look at it. Look at all these businesses pandering to Black Lives Matter. This shit is ridiculous at this point. It's just a business move. Don't fall for this. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to mention that because people are already falling for it. Yeah. I was watching some earlier. There was some game, EA, the guys who charge you for everything. They said challenge everything. They charge everything. Yes. Look at their monetization practices. But the first thing before they showed any video games, which are all bullshit anyway, they put like, we care about Black Lives Matter and thank you the responders for the coronavirus. And I was like, bro, let's get to the games, my nigga. I ain't trying to watch this shit, bro. Okay? We play video games to escape from reality, okay? I mean, that's the point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I was play 2K, look, I ain't gonna be Harden anytime soon. I'm playing Harden, okay? The fuck, bro? If I'm playing fucking Tekken, I'm not gonna wear some mask, start doing wrestling moves on niggas. That's why I picked that wrestling motherfucker in the game. I need to escape reality. Stop inundating me with reality. Get the fuck out of here. And one of the worst things I saw that really just made me laugh. Damn, what was it? I fucking forgot. I'm just so angry about all this goofy ass shit, bro. Oh man, Oh yeah, the Atlanta cops. Yeah. Now I can't speak entirely. Now look, I did some training, and the minute someone reaches for anything on your belt, I mean that's legally right to shoot them. And in many police departments I've seen, you get the prepaid's obviously more of a legal mind than I am. You can ask him how that goes. But I'm gonna get off soon. But they charged these dudes with felony murder. Well, one of them felony murder. Talking about he on death penalty. This same DA said that a few weeks ago that it says it was a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
About a different case. But now it's not a deadly weapon when it's in the hands of someone who snatches it from a cop. Now look, not all cops are fucking saints and all that stuff. There's been a lot of corruption in many of these departments. But to mark them all out as monsters, I think it's a little ridiculous. And they're learning that shit now. Because what is it, the blue flu happened? Where like the bunch of precincts just say, hey, look, we ain't showing up for shit. Most of these calls ain't getting answered. And I hate to say this, but this is what I said a few weeks ago. This kind of stuff has to happen. Because a lot of people are saying we don't need the cops, defund the cops entirely, ban the cops. Okay, then we're just not going to show up to these calls.
Correct.
Y'all get it. Go ahead, do it. Now, if they prove me wrong, good. But I got a feeling it's going to come to a lot more before that happens. And how do you say, well, black Texans support Texas secession from the U.S.? I don't know about black Texans. I'm from Virginia. So I don't know. But that's it, man. Just the left loves to cancel everything and everybody, and then they start canceling each other, like the J.K. Rowling thing. And to be a opponent of Black Lives Matter is going to beef with some other people. Actually, Antifa and Black Lives Matter were beefing at one point because Antifa was taking over their protests. Because some of the people who are breaking shit and rioting, it's not all the ignorant black people that are hijacking these riots. Some of these Antifa members, too. Yes. The numbers, I don't know. Don't know, because they don't keep numbers for that shit. But I do know a lot of people got killed over that shit. Yep. And burning down Wendy's, I give up, man. I give up.
Oh, the chick that burned down Wendy's, that's the whole. It's everything is crazy, man. It's everything is I don't know. Like, it's just like I say, it's just absurd. I don't know, man. It's fine.
And one more thing, I keep saying that shit. I'm over by a minute. I'll be done soon. The Chaz. I think that the Seattle Police Department, I'm not an expert, I think they're just letting this shit ride to see how bad this gets. Because the mayor said, oh, it's the summer of love. She literally said it's the summer of love about this area that is blocked off from commerce in general. It's open air market. There's some guy walking around with a machete. There's been reported rapes.
That's not funny, but it's a machete guy.
They got unlicensed people holding firearms. Like one dude was holding out firearms. Yeah, y'all make sure to guard the Chaz. The first thing they did was build a wall. Go figure. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. This is why I just stay in my room or go to the gym. I need to see my family this weekend to make sure they're doing all right, which I talk to them. They're doing all right, but I want to see them in person to relieve my anxiety about my family in these times.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I can do, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, Dan, look, I'm right with you, man. Like I say, it's frustrating, it's tiring. It's like, you're discussing, having one conversation and then something else happening again. Regardless of however you believe it's just a tiring, never-ending series of events. What was that shit? Lemony Snicket's? Was that the one? A series of unfortunate events or something? That's what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck, man? You know, you talk about one thing and then, all right, this is getting resolved, this matter, and now something else fucking happens. And it's just, can we get a break? Like a week and a half, like 10 days of just not too much bullshit. Like just some low key bullshit, not just some old major shit. But it's been 2020 so far, man.
Yeah, man. I just don't understand it. And this is why I'm glad I don't have kids. I don't want to have to explain to them all this stuff, you know. But I have nieces and nephews who I treat like my kids. So I'm going to be there for them as much as I can, and that's all I can do. And that's all I have, Honcho. I didn't mean to hog up the line too much, y'all. I apologize.
Oh, good.
You know, I see some other stuff I like to answer. I see in the chat right now. I'm gonna leave that shit alone, bro.
Well, you know, it's always a good call when Mr. Dad calls, man. Say it's all good. No complaints here.
Yeah, just remember the left eats itself, one way or another.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's unfortunate. Yeah, what's gonna happen? I mean, you see it happening. I mean, you see it happening. I mean, it's like imploding. It's crazy shit. Crazy stuff. Okay. Right,
well, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Right, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Dan, have a good night. Honcho, have a good night. I'll probably be in Discord.
All right, Mr. Dan. Well, good to hear from you. Thank you for calling in, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Right. Shout out to Mr. Dan. Shout out to Mr. James Carlson. Appreciate the love, sir. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Vacationer. What's poppin', son?
You say vacationer?
Yeah.
And where are you vacationing?
No, you were vacationing.
Oh, no. I guess you could call it something like that. And I'll just put it at work and extremely tired. So, Mr. Ken, what's on your mind there, sir?
Well, there's a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shit going on. Like, I don't know. Okay, so the Georgia shit. The brother that was murdered, Brooks. What is his name?
What was that now? The Georgia? You said the Brooks guy?
Yeah.
Well, the Rashad. Okay, it's either Rashard or Rashad, one of those, something like that.
Rashard?
I think so.
Yeah. So, okay, I mean, we saw the video. We saw different angles. So we know, well, I don't know if everyone knows, but I believe there's 7 or 8 different videotapes that the authorities viewed when making their decision to charge the officers.
Mm-hmm.
So we did see a couple. I know there's about 4 that's public, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe possible. But, yeah, so, I mean, we basically thought, dude, okay, from the fucking beginning, I used to work in fast food all throughout middle school, 8th grade, throughout high school, parts of college. KFC, McDonald's. And something like that has happened, at one of our stores before. And I mean, we're closing up. You know, we saw the car there. We just knock on the window, like, hey, you know, are you okay? You know, they're like, oh yeah, sure. I'm waiting for someone. He's like, oh, we just want to make sure. You know, and we're going about our business. I mean, like, number one, it's not our fucking store. We're not the owner, for number one. So even if we are closing, I mean, I'm not going to be pressed, you know, that he might break into a store. I don't know what would be the reasons for them calling the cops. You know, there could be a multitude of reasons why someone could be there. But either way, so calling the cops, I mean, that's crazy. You already see with the George Floyd case, that store owner, the fucking Arab motherfuckers, you know, they called the cops 208 times so far this year. And, you know, if you call the cops over that $20 bill, for which you're not losing money from that, you know what I mean? So to call the cops from that, I can only imagine what they called the cops 208 times so far. I can only imagine what they call the cops for and who they call the cops on. So, I mean, here we are calling the cops for someone sleeping in the parking lot, you know, instead of just tapping the window and talking to them. What happened to talking, you know? And so you can see in the video the guy, he was putting on his extra friendly, I don't want to call it, it's not the white voice because he didn't put on the white voice, but he was making sure that he was extra alert, even though he was drunk. But you know how you're drunk and you're just trying your best to be like extra right, extra alert, you know? No.
Yeah, no, you're saying.
Yeah, okay. So, dude was extra alert. He was, you know, respectful. He was telling him the story about whatever would happen. He said he was drinking, whatever. He said he lived down the street. You know, I mean, if this is de-escalating, I mean, if, by God, I mean, if we could take a guy who murdered 10 people in a church with people praying, if we could take him to Burger King after he murdered them, then what's so hard about, like, yo, let me escort you to your home? Like, what's so hard about that? What's so hard? I mean, this is clearly not someone who, I mean, he's saying he doesn't want to drive. He clearly doesn't want to drive. He doesn't want to, you know, do anything wrong. So that's not someone who, you know what I mean, who's coming from a bad place. So, I mean, the same way you could take someone to Burger King, you could escort this dude home, leave his car there. I mean, you're talking about de-escalating. But now when you're talking about with the fighting shit, when it comes down to arresting him, I fuck with it. Listen, I fuck with the fighting shit. I know it's not right. But I've noticed a pattern recently. And this dude, he will, look, did you see a motherfucking mugshot? These dudes look like all they did was play video games their whole life, especially that fat one. That fat one looked like all he did was play video games and jack his damn dick off like 12 times a day. Like, got bullied on in school. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, the guy got the best of him, and he got the best of him, and they were upset because of that. I mean, after he shot him, he said, "Gotta." Like, what are we playing? Like, fucking a video game?
Do you think that, you know, cops dealing with the stuff that they deal with on a daily basis, maybe they become numb to certain things? Like, you know, with dealing with perps, culprits, suspects all the time, that they, you know, they develop a view of people and maybe they look at things differently than maybe you or I?
People, they look at things differently anyway because they're white. Listen, I was just in a car today with this white guy. He works for Verizon. They actually have jobs out here where they just ride around and test the new cell phones, like with this 5G. So they're testing 5G. So they're just driving around, you know, cities, just testing, calling, and that's actually a job. But anyway, and it pays really well. But yeah, I was talking to him, and he was saying, I was talking to him about rape and molestation in the black community and how it really happens with people who are in the family or people who are closest to the family friends. And you know, we were talking about, you know, why they don't report them to the police, you know, why it keeps happening and things like that. And he was like, you know what, I don't know how someone could not trust the police. I just can't. I just can't imagine or think of how a person could not trust the police, that they wouldn't call them. You know, so we weren't talking about racism. We weren't talking about anything dealing with race. You know, and this is what he said, and this is what I'm talking about: the disconnect. The disconnect. You know, you saying that you don't know why. Now, I'm not saying that you should agree with the reason why some black people don't like calling police. I'm not saying you should agree with that reason, but at least know the reason why, so that you can have a better understanding of the people that you're dealing with. But that notion of just not knowing, these people are on the force. That's why I say white cops do not need to be policing black neighborhoods, because there's a disconnect. The same way I believe that these white female teachers don't need to be teaching our children, black children. There's a disconnect. You know, so like I'm saying, I'm not saying that you have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with the way black people think or their reasons why, but at least try to at least know their reasons, to see where they're coming from. No?
Well, I mean, I could get that. I think, I think that's part of the problem today. Like, nobody wants to understand why somebody feels the way they do, or when somebody tries to explain, this is the reason, et cetera, people always try to, parlay it from their own point of view and shoot it down. And I think that's part of the problem. Like, nobody wants to hear anybody else's perspectives. Damn it, there's something I was actually about to ask you, and it slipped my mind. Shit. I'll think of it eventually.
People don't. I'm sorry. Can I also talk to you about because see, I am a realist, and I just don't talk on. I only talk about the white shit because this is the climate that we're in. But I also talk about, when you guys brought up the other week, when that trans girl got beat up and by 30 black people in outside, and people were saying you're trying to hijack the movement, and here they come, whatever, you guys always trying to take over, it's not all about you guys, whatever. But it's been one common denominator, and these black trans women, LGBT, get beat, murdered, and bullied by heterosexual black men. Black women get beat, raped, killed by heterosexual black men. Black men get beat, killed by heterosexual black men. Now, there's a common denominator in all of that. And I shouldn't have to say, that goes without being said. I mean, we shouldn't have to say, I'm not talking about all heterosexual black men. I'm not going to say that. And if anyone thinks I'm saying that, then you're ignorant. I mean, sorry. But that's the common denominator. And there are many of heterosexual black men who are just weak-minded and suffer from cowardice, a way of thinking, if you will, and I don't understand. Well, I do understand, because they still, the ultimate goal is still to get into white society, and I don't. That's That's the ultimate goal, for you to bypass your woman, you bypass your children, you bypass everything. And there is an ultimate goal. Do you see what I'm saying, or do you not?
I hear you. But you know that statistically, and I know you say, there's a common denominator. But statistically, and we talked about it a while back, I'll go back and find them, that when you're talking about partnered violence, domestic violence, however you want to address it, percentage-wise, it's higher in gay, lesbian, and bisexual relationships than just domestic. I mean, it's just heterosexual relationships. So if that's the case, why are heterosexual men getting the only ones getting this label? When, again, violence is everywhere. I mean, dykes beat the shit out of each other, and gays beat the shit out of each other. Or sometimes I'm sure there's more of an aggressor in those relationships and things happen. But why is it only the heterosexual male label?
Because these are men. And these are men who can protect themselves. So when you're talking about women, you're talking about women who are physically incapable. Well, not all, because some could fuck a dude up. I didn't think my mama's one of them. She done been in jail for being like.
Well, I'm gonna be honest about this, and this is just my personal feelings, and I know this is anti-woke and all this other stuff. We can talk about quote-unquote black trans women. Look, born biologically male, and you're talking about, like, that's, in my opinion, a male fighting a male. I don't look at that the same as I look at, like maybe domestic violence on a biological male versus a female. I think that there are other underlying factors to that, and so again, it's a crazy situation.
I mean, but when you still talk about trans, you're talking about people, for the most part, who have taken these chemicals to break down their body, to break down their shoulders, to literally stop their hair from growing. I mean, it's literally changing their physical makeup. So, things about their body is changing. Now, of course, we all know that they're still a male, but their physical body is changing, and it can be somewhat weaker to fit the female frame, because the female frame is weaker than the male. So, in talking about the whole trans thing, these are getting like murdered. And when you're talking about that video that was posted online the other week, that was like 30 dudes. Okay, I can totally understand if you want to fight one-on-one. Maybe if you jump like 2-on-1. But I don't believe in jumping. I was jumped like 3 people. Oh, for some gay shit. And I did nothing, whatever. But anyway, it was like 30 guys. Like 30. It's when is enough enough? Like that was necessary? That wouldn't be necessary to anyone.
And so you said, now this is a video that recently happened. This is not the one. I know there was one that happened in Dallas a while back, and then ultimately what happened.
No, this was in minute. I don't know how to say that fucking. The same place George Floyd was murdered. How do you say it? Minneapolis.
Yes.
Yeah. So it happened there, and it was in a store. It was like she got into like a car accident, and the people wanted her to pay, for the damages to the car, like right then in that moment, and the trans person was like, I don't have the money to like pay you for the damages right now. We could get my insurance, whatever. And, it went from there, and
all that is on video? Or just the altercation?
They don't show what led up to it, but the trans girl did like an interview like a week afterwards, and she told the story. But you just see the video with all of these men like pushing each other, trying to get a hit in, and like going into a store. The girl went into a store trying to like get protection. It was so many people. The store clerk was like, "No, you gotta get the fuck out. Like, you gotta get the fuck out my store. Like, not even on some shit. Like, I'ma protect you. Like, that's how bad it was. That's how brutal it was. Like, they was destroying the fucking store.
Eyes wake yo face with symbols on mouth up grin.
Trans person. That is anger. that is anger, and it's misguided anger.
Appreciate the love,
because I'm sorry.
No, I was selling Miss Ladies. I appreciate the love for the super chat.
I'm just saying, like, with black people, like, you can't, this whole patriarchy system that you have going on, there's no way in the world that you'll be able to want to be equal and this whole equal shit. Black men really don't want equality. They want white privilege. They want privilege. They don't really want equality.
Okay, but I mean, you can say that about anybody. I mean, any person. And again, I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but to kind of see where I can see where you're going with that. But any person, I mean, any of these movements, you look at any of them, every last one of them, nobody wants equality. Nobody. That's the guys that they do. We just want to be treated equal. Everybody wants the upper hand. Everybody wants to feel like they have the upper hand. Everybody wants to be able to put their fucking foot on somebody's neck, whether they say they do or don't. So I mean, every movement is like that. Anybody's belief. I mean, that's just human nature. So I mean,
I believe that. For people who are at the bottom, I'm not talking about this movement in general, but I'm talking about other movements. You know, people who are literally at the bottom, like fighting for air. They are not wanting to be on top of someone. They just want to breathe. They just want to, like, be above ground just to breathe freely. That's all. So I don't agree with the notion that now there are, you know, many movements where they just want to be on top of someone, but not all. But all I'm saying is if you don't want equality, then don't say that. Say that you want to have more privilege. Just say that, and don't say equality, because when you say equality and then you want to be above, you're already above the woman, and then you put gay and LGBT people on the same, you call them pussy and bitch made and bitch mode and less than, that's not a real man. That's the notion in black that comes out the black man's mouth. Gay people's not a real man. I just heard Prepaid the other day call gay people faggots. I mean, this is the language and that is taught amongst heterosexual men. No matter if gay people in the room or not, because they don't give a fuck. Because in their eyes, those lives are less than. It's less than. The same way when this black woman is raped and murdered, you really had by another black man, and she was out here with a fucking bullhorn, fucking being on the fucking front lines, chanting "protect black men from the police," and then a couple of days later, she's raped and murdered by a black man.
But like, this is what I'm saying, because and I'm glad you brought this up, because this and the hangings and everything that's going on. Like, who the fucking stopped that? Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't know the whole details of the stories. Like, I don't know who she got bit by. And this is why I say there's wolves everywhere. And that's why I tell niggas to stop trying to cape for everybody, because there's wolves among us, you know. Again, but people seem not to get that. So my thing is, like, all this whole everybody, we all support everything black. That's why I'm not with none of that shit. So like, that's why I'm very standoffish with a lot of these things, because again, when these things happen, then everybody's like, well, this happened happened, and y'all didn't do well. But you know, this is shit that we've been saying from the jump. Like, this is what happens when you try to include everybody in your the group of women. Then you get mad because somebody who you're trying to quote unquote help, protect, or whatever turns out to be a bad guy. And then you're looking foolish, like, man, fuck that. Like I say all the time, it's like we have to separate. So if we'd be preaching more separate, you wouldn't be associating with characters like that. You don't have access to characters. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that people that are rich don't rape or don't have all this, but it's like, I don't think that happens. I don't know. Now, I know there was like a 75-year-old woman. Now, what was her? Do you know what her description was? Because I know it was the young lady.
He was white. He was white.
Okay, so so that's my thing right there. So it's like, now what y'all are doing is y'all just taking a fucking raggedy ass rapist and make it seem like he was just out there targeting, but he's just a fucking piece of shit. And then now, that people are taking the opportunity, because I've seen this on Twitter, people are taking the opportunity to take this one shitty ass black dude and label him as the whole caller. Well, he's everybody. No, the fuck it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a rapist. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with any of the other fuck. He's a piece of fucking scum. But then, like I say, people use that to try to push further divide in the community, and it generally tends to be people who do not want to see the black man and the black woman together, which equals procreation. And so there are people with their double agents pushing these narratives. Oh shit. Hello. Did I hang up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's double agents pushing these narratives, and so that's my thing. Like, so instead of taking this scumbag and saying, "Well, this is a black man," right? No, this is a piece of fucking shit. One, if you're gonna take a L, and one, don't rape. Okay, first, that's one. Don't rape. Don't be a raper. Don't be rapey. Don't be a raper. Don't be creepy. Don't be any of those things. But two, like, you're a scumbag. You're out here raping old ass women. Like, this is like, you're just a piece of fucking shit. There's some mental illness, some other shit going on, but it's a fucking piece of shit. But they were like, oh, see, black men aren't protected. He's a fucking scumbag. Y'all expect a scumbag to fucking, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you put a fucking, what is it, the fox in the hen house, he's not gonna fucking eat a chicken. Like, I mean, come on. It's like, well, you can't expect certain motherfuckers to be something else and then be mad. And then, because this was a part of that demographic that you were trying to say, you know, save, protect, whatever, now all of them are bad because this one guy did some dumb shit. Because if that's the case, then, again, we have a laundry list of reasons to cancel each other. But again, there's a certain group, there's certain people who want this to happen. They want to sow discord between the black man and the black woman, and using this as an example. It's a fucking stupid. Like, if it would have been maybe like two black women that he raped or something, like if there was like some commonality, then I'd start saying, okay, maybe you're talking about a fucking scumbag. And again, everybody taking shit out of context and they're trying to make it like, oh, so black men are not protected. Like, no, she came across the path of a fucking piece of shit. She was a beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. I hate that it fucking happened. That guy's a piece of shit. He should fucking be burned alive slowly, you know. But again, like, that's not all black men. Like, that's fucking crazy. And that's my thing. It's like, I'm not mad about it because I know, like, I say it all the time. If it don't fucking, if let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. Like, so I don't necessarily give a shit. But then at the same time, again, we have to say, you know, we have to say not all and all that stuff. But when you do have those motherfuckers, when you use these terminologies, again, people start to store these images and these mentalities. And again, we already talked about all the negative association. You know, for something like, I say, a scumbag deal, like a person who's probably been, I'm pretty sure that motherfucker has a lengthy criminal record, right? And so this can't be the same motherfucker you came for, because y'all sitting here saying on the other end, well, you know, all black men aren't criminals, all black men ain't thugs, and all that. But then you go and get upset when someone who is does something like that. But then you associate that with, well, now all black men, like, that's dumb to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, again. Good.
Right, and that's why I totally agree. I've said from the total jump, the degenerates, the murderers, the rapists, those people, with those, we're not a part of that thing. Those, like, are the degenerates, you know. But when I was saying that, you know, this black woman was killed by another black man, you know, and I know he's a degenerate, so be that as it may. But I'm talking about other, like, black men who were, like, kind of justifying it, saying, oh, well, she's not really black, she's Nigerian. So, you know, she's not really under that umbrella. you know,
Well,
and
that's a whole different conversation because again, now that's where we already talk about Africans and Black Americans. There's already a discord there, but I mean I can understand that. But then we could probably talk about colorism. I'm sure there's some of that at play because there's colorism within our own communities, and I know she was a darker woman, so people are gonna feel however.
right, and it's
Know,
like less than, like she's seen as less than, you know. I mean, it's so clear. I mean, all you have to do is sit back and just observe and of how men treat, you know, the women, and you can just sit back there and you can just watch, and you can see just the harshness shit from jump. Like, why do you think like you have your guys? You'll tell a girl if there's a friend that's interested in one of your guy friends, you know he's a scumbag. You're like, yo, he's a scumbag. Yo, I ain't even trying to set that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but you're not trying to check your friend though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to check your brother and check him on his scumbag, you know, but you'll check a woman quick, yo. You'll check a woman about her hair, how she acts, you know, quick to check a woman. Quick to check anybody under the LG whatever alphabet suit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't check your brother though. You don't check your brother when he wear his pants to his fucking knees, showing his fucking ass. You don't check him. Niggas, because, and that's what I'm saying, niggas is cowards. They go after who they think is the weakest, and go after them. They don't go after the top people who they feel like is the top. You had the guy, there was some people, a rapper on IG. There was a black woman that was hit in the face with a skateboard because she turned a black man down here in Harlem the other night. He was trying to holler at her. She turned him down. He hit her in the face with a skateboard, the same skateboard that be busting out these windows. And the black man that was recording was laughing and shit. Laughing. Ain't nobody go and like try to see if this chick was okay. Dark skin again. They threw another dark skinned black woman in the dumpster the other day.
Why was that? Why would they throw in the dumpster?
I don't have the. I'm not. I can't. I don't know the reason on that. I don't know if she turned them down or if they was just, you know, harassing type shit. But they were like laughing and shit as they were doing it. But she was telling them to like stop and shit. So I don't know the seriousness of it. But they threw her ass in a dumpster, and she fell like at the bottom of the dumpster. All of this was in the last couple of days, you know. And but my whole thing is like nobody checks the black men. Like no age range. Not the teenagers, not the 18-year-olds, not the 20-year-olds, not the 25-year-olds, not the 30-year-olds, not the 40-year-olds, not the 50-year-olds, not the 60-year-olds. You black, y'all don't, not at no age do you check one another. No age. The only time you check one another is if they do something personal to you. When they do something personal to you, they do something with your girl or some shit like that. That's when you want to check them and you want to tell his business or some shit like that. Other than that, you don't say shit. You know, and how does that help these men become like better men and full men and not just be a fucking cartoon character?
And you know why men are cartoon characters?
Why?
Because women allow them and embrace them as cartoon characters.
No, stop it. See, no. And that's the shit that y'all fucking do. Y'all, women, y'all gotta stop making these women save the fucking day. They already gotta fuck you any other time. You gotta beat their pussy up, stick their pussy up with a fucking knife every damn day. She gotta put her lips all on your stinking ass dick. You know what I'm saying? She cooking for you, washing your clothes, you know, laying your head on a titty as you talk about your sad shit that went on through your day. She your therapist. She take care of y'all children together, plus your outside children you have above her ass. You know what I'm saying? You done cheat on her ass. She don't communicate well. I mean, she out here on the front lines when your ass is murdered. Like, she wish you was, and then when she bring up some shit about what y'all need to do to help not only your fucking self, not only your children, not only her, but your family unit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go on blaming shit to her on what she need to do. Women are told to change every day since they kids. They told them what to be. You ain't woman enough. You gotta be this way. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta do. Like, come on. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. For real, for real. Y'all need to stop that blaming shit. That is so whack. Blaming shit on the woman as if she already ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would you say is the most powerful single thing on the planet?
What is the most powerful single thing?
Mm-hmm.
The female reproductive system.
If that's the most powerful thing on the planet, wouldn't it have the power to incite change?
Sure.
So do you think if black women collectively decided to only embrace a certain kind of man, a higher standard of man, do you think men would change?
For sure.
So why can't comment about women, accepting a higher standard, or saying that, they accepted cartoon characters and not be true? So if women said, hey, we want better, we want to have, we talk about matriarchal societies and all these things, that these attributes that we give black women. I'm not taking these away, but I'm saying if we're giving these to them, then shouldn't they have the power to unite to the forefront and say, hey, if we're going to do this, we're supposed to be the advancement of the race, right? Well, then why can't we as a collective decide that we want to accept better? Why is it that it's okay to, accept people with behaviors that are detrimental to the quote unquote culture?
So this is the thing. Nobody raises, or I'm not going to say nobody, but the majority of black mothers don't raise their children to go out and rob banks and rob people. I'm not in the majority of households. But I've been in households, many levels to, and just to logically speaking, that we're not, parents in general, black, white, we're not trained. Okay, other than them fucking hijab, them folks that be training they fucking kids to bomb and be suicide bombers. Now, other than them, I would like to say all other racial groups don't grow up, raising their children to rob banks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's what parents do. That's not, because all parents want the best for their child. Whether the parent is a drug addict or not, they still want the best for their child. So yeah, these women are raising these men. They are raising these men. Some are raising them to the best of their ability, and some are not. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, you can raise them the best of your ability all you want. You still can't teach them how to be a man. I mean, you just can't teach them certain things. And I mean, that's just, that's what I believe as far as the kids are concerned. But, raised or not, we are raised and implanted with all of this software like a fresh computer. And it is up to you when you get of age for you to unload the software that does not serve the person you are becoming. That is, mom's job is done, but as far as I'm concerned. But a mother's job is never done as far as she's concerned. A mother would tell you she's a mother till the day she dies. You know what I'm saying? But that's up to you to reprogram your mind for the man that you need to be as a man. And you say you can't talk out of both sides. You can't say, oh, women need to have high standards and this, that, and third, but then get mad when women say, oh, I don't want a man that working 9 to 5. You get mad when women say shit like that. You get mad when women say they got too many standards. Chili got too many standards. Who the fuck she think she is? She ain't gonna get no man with all them standards. You say shit about that about women like that, but then when a woman giving a man with a dream and a hope, and he act like he got some get right to himself, you know what I'm saying? She giving him an opportunity, and then he end up wandering and fucking up and beating her ass. But the point is, she lowered her standards to open up the door for some of y'all sorry ass to become better. You see what I'm saying? But when she closed the door and said she only want Bill Gates and them to fuck a pussy and shoot a club up, now you're mad. You see what I'm saying? Which way you fucking want? You look, you can't talk out of both sides. No?
I mean, hey, some people are offended by stuff like that, you know. Again, like I said, it all goes to this whole cancel culture, so everybody's mad about everything, everybody's offended about everything. I personally, none of those things, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about the 9 to 5 thing. Look, everything ain't for everybody, and that's my mentality. So people are entitled to feel whatever the fuck they want to. I'm not for everybody. Everybody ain't for me. I don't like the majority of motherfuckers. So, like, my thing is, like, I don't care what anybody's opinions are as far as something like that. As far as, you know, when we're talking about, I don't know who all these people that are getting beat up. I mean, I just don't.
You don't know. Look at the statistics. What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. Here's the funny thing about statistics. Numbers like are boring because nobody cares about numbers. Like the thing about it is you have to put names and stories and faces. That's what people care. I can sit here and say 30,000 people fucking guys. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna prove my point right now, right? Okay. Which one is more touching to you, right? Last year, I'm throwing random numbers I don't fucking know. Last year, 370 black people got killed by police. Okay, wow, that makes you like, wow, okay, that tells you. Or I sit here and tell you about Rayshard Brooks got shot in the back by this racist Atlanta police officer who, when he tried to turn fire. Now, that story, you know, I ain't have to ask you. That story impacts you more because there's a person, a name, and a situation to it as compared to 370. You don't give a fuck about them numbers. The names and the story is what you care about. That has a much more of an impact on you. That one has much more of an impact on you than that 370 because you can picture, you can visualize, you have a better understanding of that situation. So that's what I'm saying by that. I'm not saying that the numbers are they're there, but people don't care about the numbers. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to put faces with it or stories with it, like a context with it.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but my whole thing is don't bring up numbers to serve your purpose, and then when someone else bring up numbers to serve theirs, numbers don't mean shit, and numbers are boring. See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is that, but I say it all the time. The statistics can be used to manipulate anything, and so that's what I say. I'm going to use it to my advantage. But if I have a point to prove, I'd use it to my advantage. But then if you have a point to prove, oh, well, of course my goal is to disprove it, right?
You know someone who got their ass whooped, bro. I done seen fucking women get their ass beat. I had a roommate who beat on his girl. I done seen a girl get her ass beat by her boyfriend at a party.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen a woman get beat up since 2004. Like, or even been like in the presence of that. Like, honestly.
And did you check that person?
That wasn't none of my business. No, that's not. I don't.
And that's what the black men do. See,
wait. No. Here's the deal. Here's the deal with that, kid. Let me shut that down real quick, because here's the thing, right? If it's a situation and you're not ready to get out your relationship, I can do all the fucking shit I want to do to try to help you, and you go right back. So I've been a person who has interfered in domestic situations prior. Do you know what has happened after each one of those situations that I interfered in to help either retrieve someone out of a situation or end someone from getting hit on? The stupid broad went back the very next fucking day, put me in a situation where those were two situations where there could have been some serious repercussions, right? And for me to take the risk with my life, and your goofy ass go back after, look, what was it, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like, fuck that. I don't feel any kind of it. Like, anybody feel however you want to. You say, oh, you're bad. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you're out there getting beat up in public, I can't help you, player. Like,
I'll tell you.
And so, and because, like I said, I shared a video the other day in a thing, too, that had a situation where a guy stepped in to help a woman who was getting aggressively handled in public. You know what happened? The guy who was aggressively handling her shot that man down, kicked him a couple of times, and went on about his business, walked away, while the other motherfuckers stood around and looked at it. And you know where that woman went? She went with the motherfucker who shot the dude, not the motherfucker who tried to play Captain White Knight, Captain come save him. That man died that night. For what? To try to help somebody out for 10, 15? Look, hey, 9 times out of 10, the situation is going to end up with her going back into the situation that was in. Until the motherfucker's ready to leave, you can't force them. You can try to give all the info you want. Until they are ready to fucking do it, it don't fucking matter. So I'm not going to interject. I'm not going to intervene, because obviously that person's not ready to leave. Otherwise they wouldn't be in that situation, especially out in public with somebody. So I don't really give a shit about that. Like, people get upset as they want to about it. Like, that's one thing I don't give 2 shits about. Like, again, I learned my lesson by interfering.
I fuck with you. I done been there. I fuck with you on there. But I ain't talking about stepping in between and breaking up the fight. I ain't talking about that, because I know this woman who got her face slashed the fuck up by breaking up a fight. To this day, she looked like there was scissor hands in her face. She looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about checking, if this is someone that you know, your brother, your friend, checking him, like pulling him to the side, not then in that moment when he's angry and all that shit. I'm talking about tomorrow, next week, you know what I'm saying? After y'all done cool down, y'all playing ball, some shit, and you talk with him like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That shit that you did, you hit old girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you do that all the time? Like, that ain't like kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, conversation like that in a man's not even a man, but in a respectful kind of way. In a man way. I mean, y'all motherfuckers claim y'all lying. How much of a lion are... I mean, okay, I'm saying this because it is time and time again, I see these same straight men that witness this violence and acts against women, and they don't talk to their friends or their brother. They don't say nothing in public, in private, nothing. But they see motherfuckers in two dudes in IHOP feeding each other pancakes, and they ready to fight the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you say, oh, that ain't none of my business if the bitch getting beat up. You say, oh, that ain't none of my business. I'm gonna pretend I ain't see that. I'm gonna turn a blind eye. But your eyes work any other time, though. When it's with someone who you think is less than you.
But here's my thing too. But like, even with a situation like that, I don't give a shit about them. Like, here's my thing. Like, I am.
I'm talking about you, Honcho.
But here's. But you, like,
men though. Don't talk about you.
Okay. Well, when we have a conversation, I try to look at it. Okay, from my. So let's not look at me personally. But even I think there's been a lot of gentlemen, especially when you start looking at, you can start talking about red pill communities and all that. I think people's minds have changed, but I think a lot of people have kind of woken up from the shit, and it's like, look, man. Again, what is the risk reward factor, right? If I go intervening into a situation, And if I do break it up, like I said, there is no benefit. Like we live in a day and age where, again, what is your first instinct is to survive, right? Like we're trying to stay alive. So I'm gonna go dive into a situation, and again, we were talking about earlier. The woman's reproductive system is the most powerful thing on earth. Look, if it ain't no chance of getting nothing out of that nigga's not finna do it. And so he knows that. Like so, and again, it may sound selfish, but it's like I can go risk it.
That's the point.
But
That's the point of niggas.
But that's my thing, though. Okay, I can be selfish or I can be foolish. So, I mean, if both of your options are kind of shitty, I'd rather be selfish than foolish. I mean, every time.
This is my thing. Y'all men want women. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about step into the shoes of the females in your family, your female friends, classmates, people that you've seen, stories that you've heard, the next person, like, step into people's shoes and, like, these men would not tolerate half of as much of shit as these women tolerate with the men. And when women bring up their shit with men, it turns into she's a loud black woman, angry, she's bitter, all the shit. But you're not talking about, like, what you contributed to help her get that way. Like, you not communicating. Like, you, like, cheating. Like, and you keep doing the same shit over and over, and you calling them mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not cool. And then to see, like, women, and I know most of the people in the chat are ducks, I call them mighty ducks, they just follow. It's like mob mentality because, I don't think I'm saying anything that, far-fetched. And you have women that are basically saying it doesn't make sense. And these are the same women that, in their history have gotten mistreated, by men and probably still get mistreated by men. And I'm not, I talk shit about the women too, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is right is right and wrong is wrong. And you can't, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but at the same time, you can't call yourself an alpha male. You can't call yourself a lion. You can't put yourself at such a high caliber of a man and say that you have such honor when you don't even have enough courage to respectfully check your guy's family member or a friend, or just talk with him about him selling drugs and about how that whatever. Not saying you got to do it all the time, but just one time. You know what I'm saying? The men go unchecked. You say that women don't check them, but men, like, they respect what's being said more from another man first. So if another man checks them respectfully, I believe that you're saying if women, I believe that the man will grow. If men start telling these fucking dudes, like, yo, don't fuck, you look, y'all always call, oh, that's gay. If y'all start calling your fucking friends, yo, you look like a fucking faggot with your ass out here bouncing, out here in your fucking boxers. You look gay as fuck, yo. Pull your fucking pants up, or you not walking with me to the fucking party. You not rolling with me. You not rolling with the crew. Because that's how y'all do the gay folks. Y'all tell the gay folks, and anybody that's not, y'all tell the nerds, the geeks, y'all tell the geeks, y'all can't roll with us because y'all not cool. Y'all not cool. Y'all always telling people who y'all believe is less than you what they need to do or checking them. But you won't tell your fucking dude to pull their fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? You look, at the end of the day, it's okay. You weak. I mean, you're physically strong and you compensate for your mental weakness, for your strength, you know, and it's a fact, you know, and the sooner, you know, we realize that the sooner, you know, while, you know, whether people will be better men, you know, and whether people say, you're not doing anything for the black family, you're not dating women, you know, but you don't know my plans or anything. I believe I told you, Honcho.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So, you know, anyway, my brother just assumed. But if you don't ask me questions, then you don't know my plan, you know. So, yeah, all in all, I mean, I know I took up quite a long time, but, you know, all in all, everybody fucking realizing now that black folk, the fucking Brooke, he whooped they fucking ass. He whooped 2 fucking asses at one time. 2 of them. Stole they fucking taser. 2 of them. Gone. Now you gotta shoot him in the back. The damn Breonna Taylor, they came in trying to shoot through her door. Her boyfriend shot back. Fucking Arbery, he fought back. This is becoming a pattern, you see. Black folks are fighting back. Now, they know that the ultimate sacrifice is death, ultimately. But in the end, it's gonna be some more eye for eye type shit popping off. And it ain't gonna be, you know, all this hands up, please don't shoot me, master. You know, that shit is fading in the background, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off the call. I know Broderick is pissing his panties, and I know everybody else is shitting in their Fruit of the Loom. But I know I've been talking for a long time, so I can't talk too much smack. So I understand why people may be whatever. But you women, you know, you women kill me. How y'all just, you know what I'm saying, in here, like it ain't like I'm like talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm caping for y'all, because y'all some fucked up individuals too, and that's partly why I don't fuck with y'all and date y'all. That's why I just fuck your pussies and go about my damn business, because you fucked up individuals too. But y'all ain't getting off the damn hook. But the point is that I spoke some real shit, you know, with the women shit, and y'all still was on the mob mentality, you know. So I hope nothing happens to you, and I hope if it did happen to you, I hope it doesn't happen again, you know. And I'm sincere. I'm not being sarcastic. I really mean that, you know, because I know that, you know, you're just weak-minded and you just flow with the mob. So, you know, and, you know, if the majority is the mob, then you go with the majority. I get it. There's only a few, you know. Okay, I'm rambling. Thanks, Honcho. I had a wonderful time talking. Look, I feel a certain type of way about your ass, because I be tagging you in a bunch of fucking Instagram shit, you know, these past few weeks, and you ain't responded back to my ass not one time. Now, I sent you a message, and I sent you a message today. I said, look, I know motherfuckers don't be responding. They just look at the tag, and they don't respond back. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? Or let me know if you one of the ones who don't even look at it, because I won't even tag your ass moving forward. It ain't no fucking 30 minutes. But look, go water some fucking plants. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So, have you been seeing those, you know, tags?
Yeah, I see them. I'm like the worst responder ever. That person,
yeah, so you're one of those.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
terrible.
I get it, you know. I mean, you know, I respect it. You know, you're one of those. So, you know, I totally get it. But you know, thank you. I appreciate the conversation. It's been real. You know, I go ahead and let, you know, some of the other robots get on some of the Mighty Ducks. Go ahead, let Broderick get on. Go ahead, change his panties. I'm pretty sure they pissed it. And everybody else, y'all go ahead, change your Fruit of the Loom. Your women that was in here talking shit, change y'all pissy stinking ass thongs. Thong. All right, good night, man. Y'all have a good night. Stay away from the Rona. No justice, no peace. Fuck them hoes. Yeah. Empress, y'all, don't rush me off the line, okay, boo? You know what I'm saying? But okay. All right. Have a good night, bro.
All right, Mr. Kid, I appreciate your call, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are we this evening?
Oh shit! I was thinking me a good ass nap. What's up?
He went to sleep on the phone. How dare you?
Yeah, I was waiting damn near an hour. Shit, what you want me to do?
So what's on your mind this evening, Miss Rashida?
Why the fuck you had me on hold goddamn whole hour? You knew I was calling. You was talking extra long. You was hoping I was gonna hang up.
I actually had no idea that you were on the line. Had I known that the exquisite Madam Rashida was on the line waiting, I would have expeditiously ended the conversation, to make sure that I could bless the people with a conversation with Miss Rashida.
Okay, you halfway back in my good grace. What's up, man? How you
Okay. So what's going on, man? How you feeling about the whole world getting canceled? Like, how do you feel about what's going on? Like, got rid of...
First of all, you have to think about who is doing the cancel. Who called themselves doing the cancel? A bunch of people ain't got no fucking life. Probably broke. You can't cancel these goddamn celebrities. They got more money than you. You can't affect that. You can't do shit. I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous. All this cancel shit for one thing they did cancel. You wasn't ever supporting them no way. I just gonna cancel somebody you want to support. Okay. Have any of these celebrities ever came back and said, "Oh, I've been canceled. Now I've lost everything"? Hell no. They still living status and eating their steak and everything while I'ma cancel their ass for eating ramen noodles and everything else. So please stop the bullshit.
Okay. So you think this canceling thing is just really in people's heads? That they just think they canceling somebody?
You know what? You mentioned J. Cole, and I didn't listen to the lyrics, but somebody, I be watching English Farming Channel, and they was reading some of the lyrics to the song. Well, for people that don't know the backstory, it was a rapper named No Name. She's a female rapper, and she said something about how the top selling rappers don't get involved in things, something like that. And so, but that was like in 2019. And then I don't even know why he took time to answer a whole year later. He in his lyrics, he was just saying like she should like educate them more, or I mean, what I heard, then he called her a queen. I mean, from what I heard, it didn't sound like nothing to cancel the man. So I didn't understand what people was upset about. It didn't seem like he said nothing negative. So why was he cancel?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that the same song you heard?
Yeah, that's the one. Like I said, I didn't listen to the actual song. I read the lyrics though. And that's the thing, like, because I wanted to make sure, sometimes you can hear a song and things just sound one way, so I want to make sure that, that I got the shit properly. And I read it more than once.
He called her bitches and hoes.
If anything, he helped her out a whole lot. I ain't know who the fuck No Name was before this. Like, No name. That's a stupid name. You have no name. Your name is no name. It's a fucking stupid name. But
she had to change her name from her name before that was Juicy, and people told her that was a negative name or something, so she chose it. You know, she's very like political kind of person.
Just like a
I heard
goddamn
her
communist.
She that ain't cool to say that, but yeah, she very, you know, educated and everything. I feel like that. But all this council shit is just stupid to me. Every little thing canceled somebody. They canceled D. Simone because she said she didn't want a 9 to 5 working man. I mean, come on now. She's one of her entrepreneurs. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all got too much time on your hands. Y'all hands. It don't make sense.
Correct. People getting mad that probably ain't had,
You know what?
they ain't had no chance in the first place.
People, everybody just needs to take a breath, relax, smoke you some of that good stuff, take a drink, and chill out.
So look, ever since they didn't legalize over there in Chicago, I've been questioning some of the things you've been talking about, Miss Russia. Let me find out. We're gonna have to do a random.
But you know what? I noticed your ass been angry too since you started smoking. Your ass needs to take you a puff up ass too.
I'm not angry. I'm just frustrated. The world is going crazy.
This shit don't frustrate me. Got people talking out. Yes, now I give a fuck. Shit, I smoke me some, take a little drink, I'll be good. The world seems better.
The world seems better. It seems like a better place.
Like yellow.
If we need to cancel anything, we need to cancel that new fucking Toucan Sam. That's the only thing I want to cancel. Outside of that, everything else is what it is. But yeah, okay.
Toucan Sam on the fruit spot.
Yeah, they got a new Toucan. Man, have you seen the people are mad? People are mad, right? Because you're a fan of Megan Thee Stallion, right?
No. I understand that none of them bitches. I don't like her. I don't like Cass Doll. I don't like Cardi B. I don't like Nicki Minaj. I don't like none of them.
So, okay, well, apparently people are mad because I guess the same company that had Megan Thee Stallion, she had a little situation where she didn't, she wanted to jump ship. They went and they got another chick, and I forgot what her name, Eric or something. And she raps and both of them, they trying to replace Meg Thee Stallion. They trying to, but are they really trying to replace Meg Thee Stallion if she left? Like, if you had a former, honestly, y'all can say whatever you want. I actually think the new chick raps better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, hey, I listened to a little verse earlier. I was like, shit, I've heard like one thing from Megan Thee Stallion. I've heard one thing from this girl. If I'm comparing just that, I was spitting. Like, I don't know. Megan Thee Stallion.
These one-hit wonders. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Like,
and then they trying to change the lady on the ancient mammal bottle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How is she offensive?
Yeah, she sounds super solid like Ziggy Flow. Yeah, but Aunt Mama,
they need to. Now, Quaker Oats, they need to change that goddamn pilgrim on that damn.
What? Why are you trying to Why are you trying to cancel the Quaker?
He looked creepy.
The Quakers, they were supposed to be some allies back together. I don't know, them niggas had the funny shoes. But yeah, they got rid of Uncle Ben, they got rid of Aunt Jemima. What do you feel like that's a purposeful move, or you think it's all PR?
I don't even think it was people asking them to do that. They just trying to stuff out there on the bandwagon. We've been looking at ancient mammal for. I don't know. I feel about ancient mammal syrup. Them is so bothered me. Shit, syrup is good. Damn pancake mix is good. Shit.
But that's what I'm saying. So my thing though is like, are companies jumping the gun?
I actually prefer Mr. Butterworth syrup, but that's neither here nor there.
That's
but
racist.
I will buy ancient mammal.
Yeah, that is racist.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. they just trying to jump on the Black Lives Matter bandwagon. And like I think I told you before, more companies are going to do that. You're going to see BLM on the label of more of these products and everything. They reaching out more for the Black dollar and the other people that support the Black dollar. So it ain't just for Black people; it's for the white people too, that support Black Lives Matter. They trying to reach them. It's all about. It ain't nothing but a money grab. That's it. It's gonna go the same way that remember they had that movement for the gay people, and they stopped putting rainbows on everything.
Yes,
Don't be
yes.
the same thing. They're gonna be putting kente cloth on everything. African pride color, so red, green, and black. Yeah, they're gonna be putting that on everything.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm not gonna buy those products because I'm more than like to steal, but
They need to put
But
two cans in some kente cloth.
but yeah, that's it, and that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, Miss
I
Rod.
didn't say my call was
No.
I was just saying.
No. What time? Let me see what time it is. I'm
You
putting
had
you
me
on.
on hold and then
I'm
out.
putting
Where the
you-
hell you been for the past 3 days?
I'm putting you on a limit tonight.
You ain't putting me on. I don't follow your rules.
I'm putting you on a limit. There's some new rules, the 2020 rules. Just fuck shit up. That's the new
You
2020
right.
rule. But now,
You right.
I'm racist.
Yeah.
And?
Oh. And you let the men talk long as they want to talk. And then the men call, you get 5 minutes. That's bullshit.
I don't think that's necessarily accurate. I think that's
Biden.
misinformation.
Y'all remember November Biden? Anyway,
What did you say? By who? What?
I said Biden 2020 in November.
Okay.
I say, where the hell you been for the past 3 days?
Past 3 days. It's been 3 days. That's just how long it's been.
Huh?
I said it's been 3 days. That's how long it's been.
What? What you say?
What happened?
I said, where you been for the past 3 days? I ain't seen it. Didn't pop up with my notification.
Maybe your YouTube is glitching.
No, I think you blocked me. You just
Yeah.
unblocked me today, huh?
Well, I don't know, man. You gotta check your notification. You might not have the bell filled in, the little notification bell thingy. You gotta make sure it's all the way filled in so you get the all the notifications.
Yeah, right. I've been checking. I ain't seen nothing.
They might be shadow banning me.
I think you had the pen set to private, so I wouldn't see. I think that's what it is.
No, now do you think I would ever do such a thing, Miss Rashid? I would never do. I would never even entertain the idea of considering the possibility of acknowledging the slightest idea of a thought like that.
Why you always talking that voice when you on some bullshit?
What do you? Why I gotta be on some bullshit? I'm just simply stating a fact.
Okay, that's your fact. Now I'm gonna leave it at that. And the last thing I want to talk about before I go was the burning down the Wendy's in Atlanta.
ATL shouted, Wakanda shouted.
Now see, if they had been Chick-fil-A, that should have never happened. Because they would have talked to the drunk driver and brought him some coffee out there and called somebody to get him. They wouldn't have called the police. That's their fact.
You think Chick-fil-A wouldn't have done it? They'd have prayed for him and gave him some coffee?
Exactly. See, the problem I have with the police is they don't do their fucking job right. That's the problem I have. They have procedures to follow when it comes to dealing with people and they inebriated people, whatever. At some point after he failed the sobriety test, you're supposed to call the tow truck because you know you're gonna have to get the car code. Y'all don't follow y'all fucking procedure. And then y'all shoot this man in the back. I mean, come on. Y'all claim he threw a taser at you. The taser, they say, was empty. So what threat did that pose? That pose no enough threat to y'all. Come on. And then the officer, they got him on tape. The one that shot him, kicking him.
Yeah.
After you shot this man in the back, you kicked him like a damn dog. And then the other officer said it put on his feet. And then you come out, you got. What the fuck you mean you got? Like you just shot down a dog or an animal. That's the kind of shit you piss me off. Like,
do you think that's how he viewed him?
Huh?
Do you think he viewed him as an animal?
Yeah. Why would you say you got him? What does that mean? You got him. And then you put other people's life in danger because you shoot in a parking lot. Come on now. Like they say, bullets don't have no name on them.
That's true.
Then what you gonna say? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ain't no oops when you kill somebody or shoot somebody. Ain't no oops. And then when he ran, all you had to do was get chased. If you want so damn fat and eating all the goddamn donuts and shit, you could have called him. How fucking fast was an inebriated man or run? They could barely walk the goddamn line. How the fuck fast is he run? You seen them videos where they be showing them people how to do the off the line test? I'm sure you probably had to do it a few times yourself.
What?
And then, yeah, I'm just saying, you know, old Honcho probably in the past, young Honcho. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, they be falling down and shit, and they walk straight. I mean, come on now, this man probably running in slow motion.
Yeah.
I think the thing was when they tried to arrest him, he got away. They was embarrassed. I think he tackled both of them or something. He got away.
That's what you think? What you said, more embarrassed than anything?
Yeah, I think they shot him out embarrassed part of it. But see, why y'all ask this man 20 goddamn questions? Do y'all fucking job. Y'all should have been asking for his license, registration, put his damn hands up on the dash, steering wheel, whatever. Do y'all fucking job. Just like the same thing with the George Floyd case. Y'all had this man sitting on the curb all this time. Do y'all fucking job. And then y'all wouldn't end up in situations like y'all end up. It don't take 30, 40, 50 minutes to arrest somebody in town next time. Come on now.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense.
And then if you don't know what to do, they need to have manuals in their car about what to do in certain situations. You don't know what to do, pull your manual out and read it before you assess the situation. I mean, or you approach the situation.
So, do you feel like overall that the police need more training?
I feel like they need to follow the training that they got. The training, the procedures are there. That's why folks they be getting fired all the time. They don't follow the fucking procedures that's in place. Follow the fucking procedures. Do your damn job. Shit. Stop lollygagging out there. Do what you supposed to do. That you ain't there to talk to the other officers and all this and all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why the fuck y'all be getting in trouble and investigating. Now your ass up for murder charges and everything. Shoot, dumb ass. They just fucking dumb.
So do you think those murder charges really gonna stick, or do you think they did that just to appease the people?
They did it because that was the right thing to do. How they gonna appease the people when they got the evidence? They ain't trying to appease shit. That's how long police been getting away with shit. Now all of a sudden talking about they gonna appease people. They would have been trying to appease people. Shit. They just got evidence that can't be disputed right now. They got all these cameras and shit. They got eyewitness testimony. They got eyewitness videos, and it's just too much evidence to where they can't not charge them. And they just firing their ass quick as hell too.
Mm. So what happens? Like I said, if these cops end up getting off, do you think people will be upset again? Do you expect to see more of what we've been saying the last few weeks?
I expect to see more firing and more arrests, police arrests, and I mean that's just that. I mean, you see the district attorney, he's black. I think when you get more diversity in the people that bring the charges in, that's gonna make a difference as well. Because it ain't gonna be no racial bias. They to charge the people as they're supposed to be charged. But they act like it's supposed to be thankful because they charge. That's what the fuck you supposed to do.
So what about the
that's what they supposed to be charged. Why would you be thankful for them being charged? That's what they supposed to do. If you murder somebody, you get charged. What's to be thankful for?
What about, how do you feel about all the cops that are deciding to retire early, or some of them were just saying, you know what, gotta take a little break?
Some of them police officers are going to retire with $1 million pensions, so that's a win-win for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't see no issue with that retire. You should be retiring anyway. Your ass 60, 85 years old. You can't do shit on the streets no way. You was probably getting throw up anyway. Collecting $100,000. That's dead. Doing best to sleep.
Interesting. Okay.
That ain't no interest, and that's a fact. I told you I used to work for the police department. Some of them officers was in there at the desk making that kind of money and had $1 million pensions waiting on them for when they retire. And that's not no fucking lie. That's the truth.
Did they put in the work to earn those pensions?
I'm sorry, what did you say now?
I said, did they put in the work to earn those pensions?
Well, with the city, they do some kind of matching shit where, some of it is employee contribution and then some of it, the money you put in. So, I don't know exactly how that shit works. I don't know if they earned it or not. I'm just saying what they get. I don't know if they earned it or not. But I don't think you earned it when you sit your ass behind the desk. No, you ain't earned no $100,000. Hell no. When you out there risking your life fighting crime and you out there taking calls, then yeah, I consider that earning your money. But you've been on medical for 10 or 20 years. And see, that's another thing, system that's messed up. I should maybe be talking all this shit, but somebody might be listening. Like, I didn't say my name at the beginning of this call, did I?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. And yeah, that's another thing. A lot of times they get on medical, and then let's say they back or whatever, and they stay on medical for 10, 20 years because a lot of times they don't have to like recertify nothing. Or by the time they get them to recertify shit, I mean, I'm just saying they should stay on medical for a long time. That's all.
Okay.
They need to do something. They need to do something about that too. That's a broken system. And then, like, some of them was like, okay, you supposed to retire at 63. Some of them was older than that, but they weren't retired because they were making their good money. But they weren't on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't really force them to retire. And then they want to keep their medical insurance going too. So that's another reason. There's a lot of things that's broken in the police department that need to be fixed, not just the police brutality. A lot of it is working that needs to be fixed. And That's why the police budgets are so huge because they have to account for a lot of different things and everything. And they get uniform allowances and all that. It's just a lot of stuff. But yeah. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. There's ones out there, excuse me, that do work hard out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they deserve it. But it's some that don't. And it is what it is.
That's true. Okay. Any other thoughts that's on your mind there, Miss Rashida?
What's you typing? You typing in my pistachios?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
No, you ain't. Stop lying.
Yeah, I was going to make sure I got them right. I got to make sure my accounting is accurate.
You a terrible account because you owe me a lot of pistachios.
I don't know. Well, Chicago has a higher pistachio tax than the rest of the country, so you may be seeing different numbers than maybe some of the other den folk simply because of the way Illinois, how they have their taxes. So what I'm saying is just that. Wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to insinuate that I bully you for pistachios?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't insinuate such a thing. I would outright say it. I'd directly make a statement saying that you are a bully for pistachios. No insinuations necessary. Direct statements.
Oh wow! Anyway, what's Scotty at? How he do?
Oh no, yeah, he's not. Oh no, he probably asleep. He's an asshole.
Oh okay.
He's a real asshole.
All right, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. I was on hold so long. It took me a nice little nap. I ain't sleeping no more.
Well, I appreciate you, holding so that you could bless the den folk with your lovely voice, your insightful opinions, and just your overall Rashida-ness.
All right. See, you doing a lot better. I like that. That was very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I didn't even get to I didn't even speak to the people in the den. Hey, den people. Hey, John. Hey, Ken. Is Miss Bell in there? Hey, Miss Bell, Miss Grace, Only, Sweet Berry. Whoever else. I don't know who else. Hope y'all doing well.
Interesting.
I don't know what I'm gonna do this weekend. The kids gone, so I think I just have me a nice little smoke fest and drink a little something.
You gonna be able to turn up off the well, you ain't gonna what you doing for the the 3-day weekend?
Yeah, you always trying to say some extra stuff, but that's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
What time the den open?
We got a couple more calls to take, and then we're gonna wrap it up because we're really past the mark. But I know some folks have been on hold for quite some time. Make sure they got heard. So the respectful thing to do is to make sure.
How come when I was on hold? How come when I was on hold for almost an hour, you weren't respectful of my time?
Well, because I was having to stand up for black men. We were being disregarded and cast to the wayside.
We didn't get blessed with a Rashida song tonight.
Well, I don't know, because I was asleep.
So we didn't get blessed with a Rashida song. Well, I appreciate the love, Melinda. Yeah, Rashida, why you have not blessed us in quite some time?
Huh?
So you have not blessed us with a Rashida song quite some time. So tomorrow.
That's because I no longer perform for free.
Oh.
I decided to acquire a manager and take my act on the road. So when I get my manager, I will give you the information and you can book a performance.
Okay.
I was thinking about charging an appearance fee of at least $1,000.
$1,000. Can I pay in pistachios?
No. I'll take pistachios. Cash. Cash money.
Castachios?
Pistachio.
Pistachios, yes. Yes, that's it. I got pistachios. Okay. Well,
Okay.
you know, when
What
your
you say
show,
you gonna have karaoke night tomorrow? That's what
yeah,
you said.
we may do something. I gotta, we'll figure it out. Like, we'll figure it out. I don't want. Let me not lie. Let me not lie because, like I said,
Yeah,
it's been one of those
exactly.
days.
That's
So,
you do a lot of that. You always telling us you got this plan, you got that plan, and then never come through with nothing. But that's why black men get attacked because you gonna be representing them well.
I am. Wow. Wow, I've heard a lot. I'm now the reason black men are getting attacked. Look,
You're not doing your due diligence. Hey, you said I was already being attacked, so I just add on a little extra fire to it. So
oh, okay.
that's the thing. So hey, you gotta represent. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Man, what else I was going to say? Before I go, what else I was saying? God damn, I can't even remember. That's all right. I'm going to let whoever else call. I can't remember.
All right. Well, either way, even if you can't remember, Miss Rashida, I appreciate your call, and always, as always, it's good to hear from you, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening.
You always telling me a lie, but that's okay. I hope you have a wonderful evening too.
I'm genuinely meaning that, and I hope you enjoy your Juneteenth and turn it up. You know, don't get too on cloud nine. You know, no eggnog.
When's that? When's Juneteenth?
When's Juneteenth? Now, like as we're currently speaking, it's like this very moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Hey, ain't that some kind of black holiday?
That's terrible. That's terrible.
What?
That's terrible.
What?
I got no comment.
What? I heard it was some kind of black holiday.
Yeah, I mean it is now because I think the NFL made it official, so it's okay to be a black holiday now.
Right. Well, what's wrong with me saying that?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
You trying to say I'm stupid, right? Because I don't know what June 19th is. Huh?
I'm just. You got to look up the meaning, and you got to make sure you turn up properly. You know, you got to celebrate.
Look, all of us ain't finished getting our education. Okay. How you know how far I went in school? I might only finish the 3rd grade.
You already told me how brilliant of a child that you were. You were a young Einstein. And then you hit them streets. You was out there gang banging and thugging. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. I'm gonna throw some damn pistachios at the damn bench for your winter.
See, that's what I'm saying. You
Now
know.
you have a nice evening. You damn right.
Oh, well, thank you.
You always trying to turn some shit up at the end of the call.
I do no such thing. Not at all.
They do every such time. Y'all see how he do me? Call me dumb and then try to hang up on me.
These are false accusations against my character. I will not stand for this. But Ms. Rashida, I do appreciate your call.
I'm
about to. I'm going to tell you. I'm just trying to give you some helpful advice. I know you out there in Chicago riding and shit.
No, you ain't trying to give me no help.
So just make sure. Look, if you gonna get out there and ride, don't wear the same wig 2 days in a row. Okay, you gotta switch it up. You gotta switch the look up. I'm just trying to help you out. You know what I'm saying? You know, just make sure you swap it up. I want you to do your thing. I don't want you to get caught up. I don't want you to get caught up because I need these calls. That's all I'm telling you.
You know how I'm gonna get caught because you gonna tell them.
I ain't gonna tell them. Look, just grab me grab me a little something too. We all good. You know, I ain't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? Should I drive?
Now you can reward out. Your ass will be the first one on the phone.
Nah, don't work like that.
You gonna wonder why the den got all new equipment and you got a new chair and shit because you done turned me and you done turned place everything.
That sounds like a terrible situation. I don't think that'll ever happen. That's not
Oh
something
yeah,
that'll
that's why I like that you back to the old format. That little picture of you in the corner wasn't happening.
Yeah, that shit was playing. Y'all was just hating on me. Y'all ain't want to see me on projection. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't want to see me on the big screen.
All right, well, you see, I did just like everybody else said I was done, and then kept talking 10 more minutes. Now I have to go.
Okay, little Woody. All right, okay, it's time for real now. Look, you know I love you, Miss Russia.
I ain't gonna keep taking this mistreatment from you.
Wow, mistreatment. See, now you acting like no name. I just said, now, Miss Rashida, you know I love you. Now you talking about mistreatment. Just like J. Cole was showing no name love, and now y'all talking about misogynist and all that other shit. That's what I be talking about. That's why black men and black women can't communicate, because we talking about two different things. Black men ain't trying to do nothing but show love, and black women are perceiving it as hate. So obviously, y'all was a problem.
Now, goddamn it, rewind this goddamn tape. Ain't on the one took up for J. Cole and said I didn't see nothing wrong with his lyrics. Stop doing that shit.
Nah, you was talking about R. Kelly. You ain't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. That's what you was talking about. that wasn't no J. Cole. That was something different.
Alright, I'm gone for real now.
All right, Miss Rashida. Well, I appreciate your call. You have a wonderful evening.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
This nigga Broderick. Appreciate your love, Mr. Broderick. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho?
Prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind this evening, sir?
Man, quite a few things, bro. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. Let's get into it. Kenneth, if you have this deep manifestation of love for black women, and you feel like they deserve to be protected, and you want their well-being to come first, I think you need to be with one first. Be with one. You know what? Be with a couple of them. That's my suggestion. Be with a couple of them. That way you can protect them and put your life on the line and all that old Robin Hood bullshit, because you're going to find out real fast when you get your ass smoked fucking with them with the domestic violence bullshit, you get the same funeral as everybody else. They don't have the hero funeral. Everybody get the same size casket. You're going to find it out real fast. Ain't no way I'm finna be up here and running out here trying to fight and break up all them fights. Honcho, you know what I know. That domestic violence shit runs so fucking deep. It ain't worth my life. It literally ain't worth my life. And then on top of it, you know what I'm saying, you want us to go out here and check all these men, but ain't nobody checking these women? That don't even make no sense to me. People don't realize this domestic violence shit goes both ways. you might run up and catch the back end of it. You run up and try to fucking fight on Friday, Monday through Thursday, she whooping his ass. He only won the Friday fight. I'm not getting involved with that. I got an auntie and uncle who squared the fuck up. This ain't no. I'm talking about. I done seen Monty whoop my uncle ass numerous times. Backyard out there, take her shoes off, and they out there squaring up. Listen, that's how some relationships work. I'm not getting involved with that. Now, do I condone violence against women? Fuck no, I don't at all. But I'm not finna go out here and risk my life just because she's black. It's a black woman. Well, white women get beat up too. I'm not stopping them neither. I just heard a story of a judge beating up on his wife. Well, she should have bobbed when she weaved. That's all I can tell you. I'm not getting out there doing all that. And we gotta stop this whole idea of, oh well, hold your partner's feet to the fire. If they being scumbags, everybody get out here and stop them and talk to them. Well, when your homegirls are scamming the whole community, and she set niggas up to get robbed, y'all don't say nothing to her then. She getting niggas knocked off. Y'all ain't sending her in. No, thank you. Accountability got to be across the board. If we gonna talk equality bullshit, make sure equality is across the board. I am not into this whole niggas accountable, but don't tell your homegirls nothing. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But once again, the only black woman I'm finna defend out here is my wife and my kids. That's it. I ain't even out here defending my mama. She got a husband. So you know what I'm saying? That just not gonna happen, bro. Like that, you gotta stop that shit. Now that I'm off of that, let's get on Oh, it's. I just knew racism was canceled. I just knew when they decided to get rid of Aunt Jemima. I just knew racism was canceled. Everybody go outside. It's over with. They done got rid of Uncle Ben. Life is good, y'all. We right. We on, y'all. We on. Uncle Ben gone. And the funny part about Aunt Jemima is a staple in the black community. I don't care how broke you are, and I can't speak for the North because I ain't never lived with y'all. But down south, a nigga only gonna have 3 or 4 items in every black household. You gonna have that same ass box of baking soda in your refrigerator. You have a little bit of butter, a little bit of cheese, probably some lunch meat, a couple pieces of bread, and if you go into their pantry, they're gonna have Aunt Jemima syrup. That's just a part of that's a black staple right there. Now we done ate all the motherfucking pancakes. We done ate all the motherfucking French toast and all the old crazy shit. Even and for most niggas, even the biscuits, we put the syrup on them. But y'all had to change Aunt Jemima? Now let me tell y'all the reason why. This is the reason why I am completely against the destroying of statues. I don't believe in that shit. Because what happens is, bro, what's gonna happen to y'all gonna let this shit, you're gonna let the people alter what history really is. Honcho, are you familiar with who Aunt Jemima really was?
No, I'm not familiar with the entire history behind Aunt Jemima. No.
So Aunt Jemima was a name that was basically adopted by a lady by the name of Miss Nancy Green, okay? She was born into slavery. She was an amazing cook, okay? When she was freed, she rolled her talent to being into cooking and like her own like pancake recipe, okay? GM bought out her brand and her likeness, okay? She died in 1923 as one of the first ever black millionaires. Nancy Green, look that up. That's who Aunt Jemima is. Now the worst part about it is the fact that when y'all decide to alter and put everything as blackface or do this shit, y'all trying to erase what people have done as far as our community. Like one thing about it is like most people don't know who Nancy Green is, right? This is one of our first black millionaires, and the majority of people have no idea that who this woman was. And that is what hurts the black community. Because you sit up here and y'all starting to tear up things that people have contributed and done things in our lifetime that we need to celebrate. She didn't just sell her product, she got paid for her likeness also. This woman created generational wealth.
Correct.
But the problem is that we're in a society now where everything is tokenism, where everybody has to be so pro woke and pro Black Lives Matter. Look, man, all you niggas is getting is yellow paint on the ground and them changing the name of a street to Black Lives Matter Plaza. That ain't changing shit for y'all.
See, if they wanted to fix the problem, they shouldn't have really scrapped Aunt Jemima as a whole. They just should have put a lace front on her and modernized her, and she'd have been good to go.
And here's the thing, you know, there's certain things in this world they don't need to be changed. Now I remember when Aunt Jemima, we older, you know, because you remember when Aunt Jemima used to wear the headscarf, the blue Tupac bandana. I remember that shit. Now if you want to tell me that's a problem, well I completely disagree because my grandmother's a great cook and she always wore a bandana on her head. They kept the sweat out of her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Kitchens are hot. You know, it is what it is. But we're allowing our generation to literally try to rewrite history, and it's going to cut us deep in the end. It's going to cut us deep. Like I said, just tearing down statues, these idiots don't even know who statue they tearing down. They tearing down abolition statues. They don't care. They're idiots. They just flat out don't care, man. So, you know, and the J. Cole thing, bro, I mean, I knew it was coming. Honcho, I knew it was coming. That woke shit always blow up in your face, bro. Why you think I stay away from that shit at all costs? You cannot out-woke the wokey wokes, bro. It just has to be this way. J. Cole didn't say anything to belittle that black woman. Absolutely nothing. What he's telling you is that y'all gotta learn how to reach out to those who don't have the same understanding as you, who don't know about all these progressive movements and stuff. But still, that turned into black men being misogynist. And I seen Chance the Rapper responded. Chance the Rapper was wrong with y'all. Like, y'all need to cancel Chance the Rapper. Y'all corny partner, y'all need to get rid of y'all corny partner. This is what happened when the lame nigga at y'all school talk all loud all day and think he cool and shit. That lame nigga's terrible. That nigga, listen, bro, Chance the Rapper is worthless. You're corny. You're corny. That's just what you're flat out. You're corny, and he doing this fake black women empowerment bullshit. That shit is stupid. That shit is stupid. Now, if J. Cole did something wrong, you know what I'm saying, I can understand people being outraged. No, you getting canceled for saying the right thing? God damn.
Yeah. At this point, what is it that they really want, though? I mean, and that's why I say, when I was saying earlier that again, about to come about that people want power. They don't want equality. This man came and said...
They don't want equality. Everything is about power, Honcho. Yeah. Everything right now is a power move. Like, I've been seeing on social media, people talking about it's Juneteenth tomorrow, white people. Make sure y'all donate to these Cash App and Venmo accounts in the thread below. Y'all don't care about equality. Y'all care about power. I've seen black people on social media. My son showed me where they talking about Juneteenth should be a national holiday, but only black people should be all for it. What? What? Could you imagine if them white people made niggas go to work on 4th of July and they could be all popping fireworks and hot dogs and shit? Like, that's crazy to me, bro. But that's where we are as a people. People want power to oppress. I wanted power so I can provide. You know what I'm saying? I want power for equality so everybody can be equal. These niggas want power so they can oppress other people. It's ridiculous, man. Some sad shit, you know. And you know, Rashida mentioned this stuff with the cops in Atlanta, and I need help because I'm confused on this, because this what blows my mind. When the cops pulled over the two college students and they shot them with the taser, it was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Okay, are we on the same page? They fired all 6 cops. You know what I'm saying? And for people saying that taser ain't gonna do you nothing, I've been tased. Okay, long night, Club Roxy. I had about 4 or 5 Long Islands. You already know how this turned out, Honcho. Me and my partners got to some Mexicans. Man, we ended up fighting for our lives. I come from the bathroom, and it's 3 versus 25 in that bitch. The Mexicans are multiplying on us. That long, I get outside, bro, Club Roxy, and I'm whooping this little Mexican. He had to be about 5'5", 5'4". Man, the cop tell me, surrender, stop fighting. And I'm just ignoring. I'm whooping this Mexican. I'm putting it on his ass. That nigga shot me in my motherfucking back, Honcho. When I tell you my shit locked up, let me tell y'all something. He probably didn't even use the highest voltage on me, y'all. That is a deadly weapon. If I hear a cop grab their taser around me, I'm stopping whatever the fuck I'm doing. Shoot anybody but me. No more. Jesus Christ. Nigga, my eyebrows was on fire. It felt like my eyebrows was smoking. Nigga was cooking my eyelashes. No, thank you. No, thank you. Jesus Christ, no. So the crazy part with the taser is, so when a boy beat the cops up, and I'm gonna tell y'all something straight up. The cops are better people than me. Because if a nigga with me and my party like he was getting whooped, he getting shot and killed right there. He is working these laws.
Yeah, he was getting with him.
I seen the picture of the white cop. That nigga face is fucked up. He got a concussion. He slammed one officer got his face slammed on the concrete. Man, y'all are tripping out here. Do y'all want people to do their job or not? Nigga grabbed a taser. If you shoot somebody in the face with a taser, I'm pretty sure they dead. He aimed at the cop's face. What was the cop supposed to do? We should give him a water gun. He should spray the water gun at him and see, you know, like what y'all want to happen with this?
Exactly.
You know, spray him in the eye with some vodka?
Because if he hit that, he connect with that cop, then now he has access to more weapons. He has access to escalate the situation if he so chooses. I'm not saying that was his intention. It could have been fearful. He could have been, but I mean, you put a cop in a very bad situation. That's why I say I can't necessarily fault him for what he did, because I mean, it could have got worse real fast. And let me tell y'all something. If they would have took that man to jail, let's say, for example, he don't get shot. Let's say they don't shoot Mr. Brooks, whatever the case may be. Let's say he take him to jail, okay? He wasn't finna get 11 charges, y'all. So how did the DA decide in Fulton County to get his cop 11 charges? Let me tell y'all what's going on. They're politicizing this man's case. The DA know motherfucking well he ain't finna be found on these 11 charges. They know better. Now what they doing is he's using the emotion of black people. The Georgia, you know what I'm saying, the FBI can't even do their job, do the investigation. He already brought 11 charges. Then he lied about the shit, talk about, whoa, you know, the guy turned the state a witness. That's not true. He didn't render CPR. I just seen the video. That's not true. He did render CPR. He told the guy, stay with me, man, breathe, stay with me. You're lying. You lied. You went out here and you trumped these charges and you lied. And the crazy part about it is, black people finna celebrate the DA. They're gonna vote him right back in office. That cop gonna go to court. His attorney's gonna tear that case apart. He's gonna be found not guilty. Then y'all gonna go and burn down a Chick-fil-A or Waffle House.
Here's an idea. When these cops are found innocent, go burn down the DA's house. The people who bring these charges and put all the charges on these cops, go burn down their house. That way y'all can really change something. Because the shit y'all on right now, burning down Wendy's, that's some silly shit, bro. That's silly. That's some silly shit. Go burn down the DA's house. Because you know motherfucking well, them 11 charges ain't gonna stick. Now, my whole life, like I told y'all, once I've been hit with a taser, I can tell you, that's assault with a deadly weapon. I'm telling y'all. Once you get hit with that motherfucker right there, they probably even had a voltage up high on my ass. I felt invincible that night. Nigga, 4-5 Long Islands, nigga, you can, let me tell you something right now. 4-5 Long Islands, you can jump off a cliff and land on your feet and then walk away. That motherfucking taser woke me up, boy. I sobered up fast in the motherfucker.
That's crazy. Because I always say that you can't sober off a drunk, but now I guess I figured out how you can. You get hit with a taser, that'll wake your ass up. Yeah, man, but those things, like I say, and it's interesting. I know people sometimes see folks get hit with them on these videos and you know, they yank them out. And look, it's some special people out there, some very special people out there. That's not happening with everybody. A lot of people, you're going to lock up and you're going to drop when you get hit with that bitch. But what are your thoughts on the Chaz Chop situation?
You said on the autonomy zone in Seattle?
Yes.
Listen, I know it's gonna sound real insensitive. Trump, leave these fucking people alone. Don't you go in there and fix this shit. Let this shit go as long as possible. If they raping people in there, hey, it's what somebody said collateral damage. Somebody got to get raped. If they beating up old people like I've been hearing, old people need their ass whooped. If they extorting the businesses, let them extort them, because this what has to happen. This silly, retarded, silly shit, this autonomy zone. The funny part is, which make me laugh, is the first thing they did was put up a wall, put up their fences, okay? Yeah. For people who hate borders, y'all first they did put up fences. The next thing y'all did was say, this is an autonomy zone, no cops allowed. Then they named their own cops. This is an autonomy zone, but then they started extorting the restaurants and shit. This is hilarious. So basically, y'all don't have a problem with the cops. Y'all just want to be the cops. Cool, no problem. So in my personal opinion, I'm completely fine with it. The blue flu, for y'all who don't know, which is coming, I've been hearing, like K. Gerson telling me in the chat, it's happening in Georgia right now, and I've been hearing lots of reports that this stuff is happening. I hope in every city that it's happening in, it needs to happen, because these are all Democratic ran cities. Let it happen. Trump, keep your ass out of it. Let it happen. Let Atlanta get this blue flu. Let Minneapolis get this blue flu. Chicago, blue flu, let them have it. Every last one of them. Because what y'all don't realize is while y'all yelling defund the police and y'all rallying doing all that shit, you know what the thugs are doing? Thugging. Because that's what they do. Thugs, they thugging. That's what they do. Criminals commit crimes. That's their thing. That's what the goal is for a criminal every day, is to commit crimes and get away with it. So when y'all go ahead and defund the police and you're doing all that bullshit, I'm gonna lay up in my house. I'm gonna just watch the news. I'm gonna just shake my head, because this is gonna be hilarious. I heard it's gonna go down in Cali, 4th of July. They talking about a complete strike. Cali and New York, and it's gonna be a complete strike. So if you live in any one of them states, you might want to keep your motherfucking ass inside, because the thugs are gonna get out here and get the ripping and stealing and killing everything. Good luck.
Y'all gonna be praying.
Good luck. Oh, now all of a sudden, oh my God, why would the cops do this? You took an oath. Fuck that oath, bitch. Y'all act like these people are not human. Y'all really want the people to be RoboCop. What the, bro? This is a regular ass job. These people are human, dog. What you want to happen with this? So because we can't please y'all, let's let the criminals loose. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't gonna learn y'all lesson. I've seen all them people get out during because of the coronavirus. I think they said 88% of the people who were released from coronavirus in New York have all been arrested at least once since then. One dude been arrested 16 times since then. Wow. 16 motherfucking times? What y'all think was gonna happen?
That's crazy.
What y'all thought was gonna happen? Come on, bro. These criminals don't fear nothing in these cities, bro. They don't fear nothing. So y'all gonna keep living with domestic terrorism. I'm gonna keep living down here and living just peaceful and safe as possible. I see cops. Let's speak out. How you doing, officer? Good to see you. All right, now take care. I saw a girl tell the cop the other day, hey man, if they get online, beat their motherfucking legs, tase them, beat them. I don't give a fuck. Beat their motherfucking ass, bro. I do not give a fuck. And before I go, I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. I hearing all this shit about we might go back in lockdown. Nah, bitch, I ain't going back with nobody in lockdown. Fuck that shit. Open up your business. I'm here. I'm coming to eat. I ain't wearing. Fuck that mask. You put your mask on. I ain't putting on none of that shit. Y'all ain't tell them protesters shit. When niggas was tearing up the baby gap, y'all ain't saying nothing about the coronavirus then. Fuck all that. Collateral damage, remember? That's what y'all kept saying in the den. Collateral damage. Get your motherfucking ass out here and bring me my steak. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Open the mall, bitch. I'm coming here to shop. I'm not shopping online no more. I'm tired of that shit. I want my clothes today, bitch. Open the mall up. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Now after they get done tearing the city, now y'all want to talk about coronavirus. We on a spike. Well, you ain't sending to the protesters. Let them niggas spike out then. I'm not going back in the house. I'm not doing none of that shit. I want it all. I want the haircut. I'm getting my feet done. Taking the family to get their feet done. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If y'all want to stay in the house, y'all stay in the house. I'm outside, baby. Every day I'm outside. I'm going to the gun range tomorrow. I'm living my motherfucking best life. When niggas was tearing up the city, y'all had no prevention for them niggas. Oh, it's peaceful protest. Nigga, it's 130,000 people outside. Fuck all that. I'm going to get my motherfucking feet done. Now, nigga, I don't give a shit. Y'all better figure it out. You better fucking figure it out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Figure it out. Y'all ain't telling niggas nothing. Nigga, all in the baby gap telling people shit. Y'all, this what has to happen for reform. Well, guess what? I'm protesting also. I'm protesting the protest. That's what I'm outside doing. I'm protesting the protest. Me and my family.
That's the protest of the protest.
I'm protesting the protest of the protest. I'm gonna have my daughter carry a sign. It ain't gotta be a big sign, just something small, letting people know we protesting. Because there ain't no fucking way I'm going back in the house. Oh no, sir. No, sir.
I'm glad you mentioned that real quick, and I hadn't mentioned this. This was the other thing I kind of wanted to discuss, even though we normally don't talk sports in the den. What are your thoughts on Kyrie's involvement in what's going on with the NBA?
Defund Kyrie Irving. Defund Kyrie Irving. How dumb can you be? What, nigga? What is you protesting? You not playing regardless of the fact. You was hurt, nigga.
Exactly.
Then you got this dummy talking about some. If we go play basketball, it's gonna distract people from the movement. Nigga, what movement? You didn't go to nobody protest. What is you talking about? Like, dog. You get paid millions of dollars to play basketball. You got to go play basketball. You think a school teacher can tell it, hey, listen, I can't come back to work, y'all, because we might lose track of the movement. They going to say, excuse me, sir? Your ass is fired. You don't work here no more. You work at McDonald's. Tell them that you can't work because of the movement. You better put some fucking salt on them fries and get your ass to work.
I'm trying to figure out what movement Kyrie is a part of, too, because now, I know it's not Black Lives, but I know he's not with the black folks, because wasn't he the guy that a couple of years back had the No Black Girl Party?
Correct. He did have he said he don't want any dark elbows on his yacht party.
Oh, okay.
That was his words. No dark elbows on his yacht party. So I am completely confused. Now, once again, I thought it was hilarious that he said that. It tickled me.
Yeah, I mean.
But, because I feel like... He said no dark elbows, no dark kneecaps. Now that doesn't bother me, right? Because I'm of the opinion you do the fuck you want to do. You're a grown ass man. It's your yacht, your party.
Right.
But how are you gonna sit up here and tell us that you'll give up your career for social injustice? I googled it. I don't see none of your charitable contributions anywhere. So I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah.
Then he went off the complete deep end and told people that the NBA players should start their own league.
Oh, yeah. That nigga, look, Kyrie got a hold of some of that Zaza. He got that good shit. He I don't know what he smoked, some of that top notch shit. He just really lost it. Yeah, he's out there.
Bro, he has lost his mind, and so many people are getting to this point. Like, I ride with Stack Jack in every aspect, bro. That's part of the Texas. Stack Jack, you ain't never turned down a check, bro. Stop this. Stop it. You riding for, for George Floyd, and you call a man Greg on national TV. Greg, my brother Greg, George, come on, man, stop. Stop this, bro. These people are entertainers. They're basketball players. this whole idea of this movement, like, stop it. And then, you know, like it blew my mind that Austin Rivers, like, is the one who talked some sense into Kyrie. Like,
Yeah.
How does Austin Rivers be the voice of reason, bro? How? The nigga with the silver spoon is who makes more sense than Kyrie Irving?
Now, if you asked me about 2 years ago, I'd have told you that it was my destiny to hate Austin Rivers for the rest of my life. Now, you know, with his addition, of course, to the Rockets or whatever, but, you know, I guess him and them getting over there with a little beef they had. But yeah, just some of the little things he's done since then. I'm just like, Austin Rivers may not be as bad as I thought he was originally. Maybe.
Yeah, because he's really a person who guts you can really just hate. Like, being Doc Rivers' son, he went to Duke. He's a person who could just really just hate his fucking guts. You know, he left Duke too early. He wasn't ready to go to the NBA. You know, he went and chased the money. That's fine. But when the man's saying, okay, with our platform, the amount of money that we make, why not just play basketball and then donate the money?
Correct.
Of course, Kyrie had no response to that. Zero, because he's not finna give a dime.
Correct.
That nigga's from Jersey, where I'm talking about Jersey, damn near like Baltimore when it's from the school systems, man. Them motherfuckers can't read and write for shit. Niggas be at school with them thick ass North Face jackets on because they ain't got no heater.
Damn.
Nigga in class with a big ass North Face on with the fur on it. You know what I'm saying? Big ass Tim boots and shit. Military socks, because these motherfuckers, it's really cold in their schools. And like, you could donate. Like, listen, I get it. You ain't got to be LeBron. You ain't got to build a school. But you mean to tell me you can't build the heaters and the ACs in these schools?
Mm-hmm.
You can't contribute 20, 30,000 each one of these schools and get them, you know, AC units? Come on, man, stop this. And for anybody who don't keep with basketball, Kyrie, NBA earners ain't too far off LeBron's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you that now. His NBA earners ain't too far off LeBron's. Kyrie got some big ass endorsements. So don't sit up here and talk this black power, black is beautiful bullshit, and you ain't never opened your motherfucking wallet to help none of these people out. Stop that shit, bro. That's a coon. With the shit y'all call, when y'all call me a coon, no, this nigga's a coon. That's a coon for real, because he has the ability to help and ain't doing shit for nobody. That's a real coon. All that bullshit, all this Black Lives Matter stuff. You had the no black elbow, no black kneecaps on your yacht. Come on, man, stop that. And Honcho, quick question before I get off this phone.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Kyrie the nigga who said that the Earth was flat?
Yes.
Oh my! Somebody assassinate Kyrie Irving for me, please. I'm fed the fuck up.
I'm telling you.
Oh man, I'm so fed up.
That's what I'm telling you. He just out there. He done got a new pack in, and he done dove in, and he got corona. He stuck at home in the corona. He didn't went too far because he talking crazy out there. I don't know what's going on.
Man, listen, bro. Somebody muzzle that nigga, man. Put that nigga, get that nigga the Hannibal Lecter mask, and put that nigga in a straitjacket. This nigga lost his mind. Talking about some. Didn't he say? Well, even though I'm not gonna play, can I be cleared to go to Orlando? What, bro? What? That's what he says. He's like, well, I want to know, can I be cleared to go to Orlando? What are you going there to do, Kyrie? You're not playing. What are you going? You finna go there and boycott the middle of the stands in the middle of the court? Nigga, take your ass home, bro. Yeah. Don't nobody want to see you. This dumbass nigga here, boy. Oh, this nigga done ran me high. But you got anything else for me, Honcho?
No, sir. I think that's all.
All right, bro. Have a blessed night.
All right, appreciate the call, man. Shout out to Mr. Prepaid. All right, we're going to take this last call. We're going to wrap it up after this. Look, I know I've been absent for most of the week, so a little extended in, you know, is the very least we could do. What's the motherfucking deal, man? We got calling in to the den this evening.
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Oh, Josh, what's on your mind, sir?
First of all, so how was your vacation?
Well, we keep talking about the vacation. There's no vacation. It's been a workcation, if anything. You know, I've just been too tired to fucking do the den in the evening, so it's no vacation.
How was your workcation? If that makes sense.
Just been working. You know, it's all for a worthwhile cause, so you know, it's worth it.
Well, I'm glad you're working, you know. I mean, it could be worse.
I don't know. You cut out for just a second.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm glad you're out there working. Because it could be worse.
Yeah, it can always be worse. I mean, it can always be worse. So, but fortunately, things are okay. Things are actually good, so I have no complaints.
Yeah. But as far as the canceling stuff, like, I do believe in like getting rid of people who haven't been for the cause at this point. The people were woke, but I do believe that it's gone a little bit overboard with tearing down every statue that we see, and now, and this is the reason why I didn't like the people going to looting the stores, because you probably seen this story about Walmart, and you know what they did, right?
What is that?
People looted Walmart, so Walmart was like, okay, cool, we're just gonna cut labor and take everybody off the checkout line, so we're just gonna have self checkout now. Now Walmart is going in and pretty much only having people do self checkout now, and that's it.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. I went to the Wally today, the other day. Well, actually, I did go. I was damn it in the other day. But now that you mentioned, I don't recall seeing any of the damn, like the last few times I've been to the Wally, I don't recall seeing any goddamn regular lines up. It's always a self checkout, and yeah, that's fucking crazy. But I mean, I guess with this, like, that's one thing. But even prior to the Corona shit, there was a lot of fucking self checkout shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, cause again, when you talking about defunding the police and that scenario, but my thing is just like, I think I said this before, like I don't think anything is gonna change as far as that goes until I guess politicians stop accepting police union money, which I don't think they will, because even like this Atlanta situation, the cops stand down, less than 24 hours, the cops get a stimulus check pretty much. Every cop gets $500 from the police union, but the mayor can't say shit because she gets money from that police union as well, so can't do anything.
Keisha, that's a funny situation. Okay. I mean, so are you with defunding the police?
I'm not for defunding it, but I'm really not for giving them more money. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, what's happening now is Democrats tell people they're with the people, and they tell people they're not defunding the police, but like a week later they're raising their police budget.
Correct.
Like, immediately.
Exactly.
Like, the best attorney did it. The mayor of DC, she done pissed me off. Like, I didn't told somebody else, man, why? It was talking about, man, why not you not interested in voting like that? I'm like, look, you can't go and paint a black mural and then go and raise the police budget by 3%. That's bigger than Houston's. Like, yo, and like, it's the outrage. Now everybody's mad. It's like, oh, well, what do I do? And it's like nothing. It's like, okay. Because what happens is that people can't do shit because normally when you run for office, you run for re-election, right? You run for re-election, people are not going to vote for a Republican. They're the only person on the ticket. Everybody forgets they vote for again. The same shit keep happening over and over again.
Yeah. This is
and it's everywhere.
So, do you think that's going to impact anybody? Like, think about it, because like you just said, all these Democrats, you know, you're talking about, oh, defund the police, et cetera, and again, mainly Democratic cities, and then you go and you give them a raise, you give them more money. Do you think that's going to impact the way people are looking at these candidates when election season is, or when election time comes up?
No, because people are going to vote. Either they're going to leave it blank or they're going to vote down to it. Or leave some stuff blank. It's, I guess now, I don't really know, man. Because really we're voting because more people don't even realize, because even before when Atlanta was trying to vote, Shannon Sharp was talking about how people need to stand outside and camp outside and stand in hours. I'm like, look, ain't early voting a thing? Don't you early vote as much as you be on Twitter talking about politics? Like, why the fuck are you out here asking people to stand in line for hours and hours when they can go vote a week before anytime they want? Makes no sense.
So, do you think Shannon Sharp's actually standing out there in those lines?
Yeah, because most people Let's go out and go vote. And the problem is that everybody, you what people know is what you advertise. And most people don't do the research, do time, because like I said, they have life, they have kids, they have everything else, and I get that. But if you're not interested in the political process, you won't even know if early voting even exists. Because they don't advertise. No one advertises early voting. Every time everybody advertises election day.
That's true. Early voting does not get the same level of attention as election day. But I think people like, I don't know, is it like the I don't want to say the ceremony, but I guess with it being the one big day that everybody's going out and doing, like, is that why maybe more people vote that day? Do you think people just want to do it because everybody else is doing it that day, or do you think people go out and, like, it's more convenient? Like, why do you think that more people are voting early?
And I think there is a point of that, because usually when you're voting on the last day, you really don't know who you're voting for, really. Because I can tell, even in the Bernie campaign, that's how the DNC really hold Bernie over the last 4 years. Like, because how Biden won the nomination, because there's another problem I have with the Democratic Party themselves. They literally set it up to where a progressive can't win. Because what they do is, you know how they'll have the Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, things like that, right? And then they'll go to southern states. You know why?
Why is that?
Southern states are the ones that vote most of the time Republican, which means progressive people that vote progressively, like, for example, the Bernie Sanders voters, they don't live there. So, of course, Biden is going to rack up delegates. He gets ahead. Coronavirus hits. Everybody blames Bernie for people coming out and vote in a pandemic. Bernie drops out. But what was supposed to happen was Bernie was supposed to come back because he was supposed to win New York. It was supposed to be a whole new race. But now Bernie dropped out with half the nation didn't even vote yet. So it's systematically set up to make sure the progressive never wins.
Would you vote progressive? Would you vote progressive?
Yeah. Like when Texas came, I actually voted for him, like, just to see how he did, and he actually did pretty well in Texas, which, you know, can tell that young people do get out and vote. But as far as Biden goes, I don't see him beating Trump because he's just not the right one for the party.
He's not the right one, baby.
I don't want to, you know. I guess truth got to be said to, you know, Rashida Biden supporter, which I don't know why. I mean, crime bill, the list go on. I don't get it. And Trump will do something stupid, and then Biden will come out. He even came out today talking about some, like, if you just giving, like, parents advice to I guess young people coming up, talking about how it's better to date in a family of like 5 different sisters and shit like that. Because out of 5 of them, yeah, Biden was advising dudes to, like, date in a family of like 5 sisters or something like that. Because maybe one out of those 5 like may like you, so it'll be easier. Just out of nowhere, like, why the fuck? Anyway.
Okay.
And how they talking about when Obama campaign for Biden is over? How you gonna campaign in a pandemic?
Well, like I say, it's the Biden thing is peculiar. Like, I think there's just, I think with the way things are playing out, I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know. It could be very interesting. I'm not going by any of the polls and stuff like that. I know people mention the polls with Biden because we saw the polls last time. It was like a clear landslide. Yeah. It was supposed to be, Trump, not even close. So it's just, again, I'm just kind of like I said earlier when we started shooting, I'm just here watching at this point. Like, I'm just observing all of the nonsense that's happening. I don't even know at this point. Like, it's just, everything's crazy. Everybody's losing their shit. Like, it's almost to the point where nobody's really trying to come up with real resolutions. And I'm just seeing how much further down the fucking rabbit hole all this shit is gonna go.
Yeah. The thing is, like, and the reason why I'm gonna expose this, the reason why Heidi bringing up Obama so much in the chat is because Obama has one thing that Biden don't have.
Yes,
you know what that is? Enthusiasm. Think about it. And on Saturday, Trump is going to have a rally in Oklahoma, right? Tulsa, right? And the disclaimer, Trump literally wrote on his disclaimer that if you go to this rally, you catch coronavirus, we're not liable and we're not responsible, right? Now, how much you want to bet it's going to be a sold-out rally on Saturday?
With the Trump rally?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a sold out. It's a rock star event everywhere you go. And this was before he was a candidate, so that just shows that he has enthusiasm behind his campaign. Bernie had it. Hell, Obama had it. Biden don't have it. Like it's just either you have it or you don't. Like when you can get 20,000 people to show up easy, and everywhere you go, Houston, Dallas, Tulsa, Cali, with a disclaimer that you're gonna get coronavirus and they don't care. Like they have motherfuckers out there playing guitars and shit, waiting for Trump 3 days in advance. Like that's some crazy shit.
You think they're gonna get the corona first?
They might. Yeah, and I know that Oklahoma like is a Republican state, but when motherfuckers out there 3 days in advance waiting for you to show up, like, you got enthusiasm, man. I can't even lie. Like, it just is what it is.
I mean, definitely a very polarizing individual. So it's gonna be, like I say, it's gonna be a very interesting evening. Like I think Trump is gonna win, but I mean, it's just stranger things have happened. Like it's just so much going on. The whole mail-in play. I think there's some things we got to discuss in the future, Dan, that I want to talk about kind of with that, but we'll get into that another time. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, really. Like, in terms of mail-in play, you're right about that. Because, like, it's really going to come down to this. If the nation is in chaos, and I guess the glad thing about Biden is that if the Democrats want to be smart, they should drop the PS5, like, either right on election day or, like, a week before. Just so they can be chaos, so, Trump can be blamed, and it is what it is. But if the nation is perfectly fine before election day, Trump is going to win. The more chaos, Biden benefits. The less chaos, it benefits Trump. Just that simple.
Okay. We'll see how it plays out. I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty more. I'm sure 2020 has some more tricks up its sleeve before it's all said and done.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I'm just waiting for the ride. And one more thing, like, it's always and I advise when people get out to actually look at Trump's Twitter to see what he's been posting in terms of ads. He's been using ads trying to get his vote out. And the first one, he pretty much trolled CNN with the fake news. And the second one, he was the one trying to rally his base. So I guess he's doing everything he can in terms of social media. But Biden, like, I just don't. Man, I don't know.
It'll be interesting. Like I said, we're definitely gonna find out. Very soon. I mean, like this, fucking June? We already through June. Shit, it's gonna be July. It seems like we just started June, so it'll be very.
We're halfway through June, like shit, like.
Yeah, so that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's my call, man.
Okay. Well, Mr. Joshman, I appreciate you. I know you was holding there for a minute, but I thank you for holding on and getting your call in this evening, sir.
Oh, yeah, man, thanks, man, always, man.
All right, have a good evening. All right, we ended up on Mr. Josh there. I'm tired. What is it? Oh, shit, it's 1-something. I'll be back up in like 3 hours, 4 hours. But fuck, if y'all want to slide in the Discord for a little bit, I'll be in the Discord for a few minutes, chopping it up after this. But, like I say, I apologize. I know it's been a distant week. Just got some things going on. Should have all that tightened up tomorrow. Should hopefully be the last day of that, and everything should be back on track. We'll talk more about it. Like I said, I'm shooting for a Sunday night confession. I know it's been a minute since we had one of those. All the proper social media down at the bottom, Ed Honcho, HTX, Instagram, Twitter, Ed Honcho Live on Facebook. All the other information you need to know is in the links in the description below. Yeah, I mean that's all I got for this evening. Like I said, I'm inviting y'all to the Discord. Keep the conversation going. If there's some other thing, like I said, there's still plenty more to discuss. So like I said, I'll probably get in there and vent about some bullshit for a few minutes, and then I'm inviting y'all there. I'll put the link in the chat as the little closing screen goes on or whatever. And there's that. So produce. Y'all ain't got to go home. Come to Discord, talk some shit. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. Again, it has been my pleasure. And I thank y'all for the privilege. I'm out.